I was like, no. No, not again.
So what did you end up doing different?
Switched it.
It's always little things.
Not breaking.
No. We're not starting with that. I will not have that happen this time.
What?
That.
What?
You go overboard and do something like that.
Oh, I get frustrated enough.
I would not allow you. No.
It'll be like
I
a
would have to
telephone
stop you.
on
No,
the wall.
I hate that. No.
At this point, yeah, it's fucking paid full price.
Then
for
I
that
gotta
shit.
see full Sade rage. I'm not ready for that. Not a Thursday.
It'll be for like 2 seconds. It's not that. It's only for this. It's fine.
Then I'd be scared.
It's not directed towards you.
Just seeing it in general.
All right, you guys are tuned in to Lyrical Fix Podcast, episode 64, with your host Sade
and Kid Pro, a scared Kid Pro at that.
I'm not that okay. I really don't be doing shit, and people be like all scared. And I don't be doing that.
It's a misconception.
It really is.
No, you really are a sweet person.
I really am. I'm just an
You are.
asshole. No,
Well,
no,
same
no.
here.
I'm not. Like, no, I'm agreeing with you. I know. I just have asshole tendencies. I'm a nice person.
Yeah, no, I think we've said that for the both of us.
I'm not that much. I think
We're
it's,
nice people at heart.
Is it really asshole tendencies, or am I just blunt?
Oh, no. You're blunt.
Yeah.
You're blunt. You mean well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fucking cheer up, all right? How about that?
Just fucking frustrated. This is our 5th time doing this all over again.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to touch the controls.
Fear of static.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, we had some static issues before, so that's why we sound
Yeah.
kind of defeated and tired.
Yeah.
Or waiting for this verses to start.
And it's 8:28. I told you, they're not coming up. They probably won't even be there at 8:30.
They're really waiting for like 1 million people to show up. How many? Where are they at now?
They're at 1 mil.
They're at 1 million. These motherfuckers aren't sitting down yet. We literally 1 million people watching right now, and there's empty chairs inside of Magic City. Empty thrones.
It's insane.
Don't get me wrong, the aesthetic is nice. I'm surprised that they actually have it together. That's
Yeah.
dope. I did not expect that.
No, it looks pretty dope.
After finding out all the history between Jeezy, call him Jizzy. After finding all the history between Jeezy and Gucci, man, it's crazy that they're even in the same room.
Mm-hmm. But how was your week?
My week was pretty good, kind of coming down off of the adrenaline high from Check It this past weekend. I really felt like, and this is saying a lot, I guess, because I've only had like maybe less than 10 performances, but that was my best performance of the year.
I think so.
I think I was focused. I don't know what the hell it was. I think I was just motivated by seeing all the other people before me. Like, I had no idea I was closing. So when you said that, I was surprised.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, might as well close out strong. That's why I put out most of the strong people like towards the end anyway.
Honey, you're the best. Thank you.
I know.
That meant a lot. That
Okay.
that made my day just now. That's awesome.
So I figured, and then it was a good night. It's not that I wasn't. I mean, I go into every show stressed out.
Yes.
I realized I had a lot less to do because with the other place that I don't think the show is ever going to go back to. I'm not sure, whatever. I had to rent out tables.
Yeah.
So I'm setting those up by myself. Then the banner and then the lights. This one, I didn't really do lights, which I kind of regret a little bit.
Around the banner?
Yeah.
Well,
And,
no,
like, maybe the walls.
Juvie had that one light that was placed, and that actually helped.
No, I know, but he always has it.
Yeah.
We always do both.
I like that light.
Yeah, we usually do both. I got to show off my new banner.
That's a dope-ass banner, by the way.
What is he doing? Cass is in the sink right now. I can't. Anyway.
So we get Cassidy.
Look at him. Look at Cassius. He's just like a fucking asshole. And they're still not in their chairs. So, anyway, what was I going to say? I got to show off a new banner, which was really sad having to put that away in the garage. It was really sad. Like, it's going to be a pain in the ass in this new venue once I come back.
To set everything back up, yeah.
Yeah, because the other one was convenient. I was able to, like, just keep shit there. But, whatever.
That's part of the process.
Yeah, so the banner hopefully doesn't get fucked up by the time of the next show. It's in the back of my garage right now.
I really feel like we should sound more happy about this, about how great of a show you had.
It's very defeated right now.
I know, it sucks. I did not want to start this. Like, the first take, we were laughing. We were up to a great start, and then the static came in.
Yeah. This is do you have your vape?
I got mine, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was, because last time I had it, and I was just like, oh, he's probably going to think I'm trying to steal it. I love that one. I mean, it was an amazing night. It's just I just had a really rough week, and it wasn't just like the static or having to wait for these motherfuckers to show up.
There was a lot going on for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and like the week before shit happened, and while I mean, like I can deal with death, oddly, I can deal with it, and I don't really address it. It's just 2 deaths in the family, and then having to deal not COVID related, even though one of the hospitals, like for one of the people that died, the hospital wanted to label it as corona, but it's Patterson, so they're trying to get their money.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, whatever. And then the other situation, and then after all of that, like my mom, like I was just on the phone with her, and she just sounded so defeated and like beaten up, like, hey.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Thanksgiving, which sucks because all my siblings, like it's half of us. It's 3 that are on the West Coast.
Right.
So it's just weird the fact that like then we have 2 people in rehab. One is my grandmother getting better, and the other one is to like detox.
Oh boy.
So 2 different types of rehabs.
Yeah, 2 different types of rehab, yeah.
So two people in rehab.
Shout out to Granny.
So Granny.
Yeah.
Who the fuck calls their grandmother Granny?
Okay. Shout out to Grandma.
Sure.
Abuelita?
Yeah.
Abuelita.
Oh, I don't call her that. I just call her Mama. That's it.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, yeah. She was always one of those, don't fucking call me Abuelita. But
that's what she said. The same for Granny. Don't fucking call me Granny.
No, yeah. She'd be mad.
Yeah.
She'd be really mad. She'd be upset. But anyway, so fuck. So, and then the whole detoxing thing, that person.
Yeah.
It's been so Thanksgiving. My mom is just saying like, so yeah, it's just gonna be me, you, your cousin, and your aunt. I'm like, damn. And I'm sitting there on the phone with her, and I'm thinking, our Thanksgivings used to have like 20 people.
Right.
Now we're down to 5. I mean, Juan's gonna be there too, but
yeah, my Thanksgiving is just gonna be the people that are in my house right now, so it's gonna be pretty much just 7 of us.
I'm just so used to having so many people there. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm not even going to be seeing my mom this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's already been established.
So, but the day after Thanksgiving is going to be lit.
The day after Thanksgiving is going to be
Oh, my God.
dope.
I'm so excited. I need that shit.
So, yeah.
So bad. So bad. I need that.
A little bit of a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Because Check It was dope.
Yeah, we got let's stay on that. Yeah, because
yeah, go ahead.
I felt bad. Yeah, so where are we at? Nothing still?
No, nothing. I'll let you know.
All right. No, Check It was awesome, man. There was a lot of firsts. Like, first off, we were in a brand new venue, like we mentioned before. Shout out to Media Plate.
Yeah.
For providing the space, a creative space for creative minds. That was the tagline.
I think Media Plate, we shouted out on our like second try to do this.
We did, yeah.
So we never. So yeah, shout out to Media Plate for coming in clutch.
For real, I didn't catch dude's name.
Spot.
And, if you can't remember it, we'll edit.
It starts with a B. Really bad with names.
Shout out to B.
But I met his wife and 2 of his kids. I don't know how many kids he has. But when I got there to set up, there was this one guy that was in. I didn't realize. I thought he was just working on something at the laptop or just watching videos. And I'm setting up the banner. All of a sudden, he starts talking, and I look up. I'm like, is he talking to me? He's on a fucking Zoom conference call. Mind you, me and the ooh-wee drinks guy, they're talking, making mad sounds. And I look, I was like, fuck. So I'm trying to get, like, you see how big that banner is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, oh, and I dropped it, and I went like this. So I'm trying to slide it into, like, the thing. And I'm just like, okay. And the ooey guy just keeps, like, I was like, shh. Like, he's on a conference call. And then he goes to speak. Like, he probably had it on mute. And then he's like, sorry, they're saying it for an event here. It's a little loud where I'm at. And I'm like, sorry. And the people in the conference call laughed. Because they also see me in the background, like behind the guy when I was pulling up the banner. Because I have to go. If it was just me doing it,
yeah.
So I had to go side by side. So I'm just like, all right, here's an inch. I go to the other side. Here's an inch. That's what. When you guys were breaking it down, Nina was like, "You put that up?" I'm like, "Yes." It takes forever when you're alone.
Oh my God.
I do it every show. It's fucking annoying. But anyway, so it was, and then I met his wife is nice as fuck.
Yeah.
So nice. I was like, I'm so sorry, but can I put the AC on? I was like, I know it's cold outside. She's like, no, you're about to have a lot of people here. It's cold. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Then the fucking AC turned off on me. I was
Oh,
like, hey, can you put it back on? They had it on like
automatic turn
yeah.
off.
Yeah. So they had it on that. And then one of the TVs, I could only cast it. His son helped me. I can only cast like the video, which ended up not working either. So that was a whole mission during the show.
Yeah, that I saw. Like it was like.
That's what I was telling you about.
I know.
That's yeah. So, next time I'm just gonna stick to the slideshows that I was doing, like the thing. So whenever they're performing, that's gonna be up.
Yeah.
Because that video having to hit play every minute and a half.
Well, now I know for future reference, I'll just fucking loop that shit myself and like replay it like 80 times, copy and paste it.
That's what I was in the process of doing that, but then there was so much going on, and then Droovy got there, so I had to help. What are you doing? What, like, seriously? I can't. This is
all part of the magic of this show.
Yeah. Oh, motherfuckers. See, when Juan's not here, they fucking bother me.
Constant cameo guest. Oh, that explains. Okay, so he's not here.
Yeah, no, he's not here. He went out to eat with a friend.
Gotcha.
So yeah. Anyway, no, I thought about doing that, but it was just so much going on. And then Trip walked in at like 5:50. I was like, not ready yet. And he was like, whoop. And he just backed out. Nitty and his kids were outside. And I felt so bad. Like his daughter walked in. I'm like, not yet. I was like, I'm so sorry, babe, but not yet. Give me a couple minutes. I was just like, fuck. Because you weren't there. Juan wasn't there. And yeah, it was just, I'm like, okay, fuck.
It
so
really
then,
was just you.
Yeah, me,
Shit.
Droovy, who was still setting up. He got there late. Well, he didn't get there late on purpose, but he couldn't. He's trying to figure out parking and unloading and all that shit.
Yeah, parking was a little bit of a bitch at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got lucky though.
Yeah, I got lucky. I was able to park right in front.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad you did. I was thinking like those spots would be open if I got there early enough, but nah.
Oh, like last time?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that wasn't.
Because it's a different time of day.
By the time you got there, it wasn't. Because I got there during rush hour, but it was like early rush hour, so there was a parking spot there.
Yeah.
But no, by the time you came, that you got there like maybe about half hour before I started the show, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know. But regardless, it came out to be really dope. I was just so happy it was finally over.
I'll be honest with you, I was nervous the whole night.
I was
not because of the performance, but because it was my first time doing video.
No, but you did good though. I was peeking over your shoulder a lot.
I was trying. It was an experience, man. Like I was, and it got to one point where everybody else that was filming kind of stopped and let me do my thing.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Which was very nice of them, because I guess they respected the fact that I was the main guy. Mm-hmm. So, and I wanted to do more of a music video feel.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah, like I wanted to go around on the stage, get a shot of the crowd, because the way that the venue was set up, it's kind of like almost like the one mic show where it's like cramped in a space. A lot of people just makes it look crazy. Mm-hmm. So that shot of me behind the performer as he's looking to the stage, that's like tremendous. And then going back and forth, panning to Droovy, panning back out, kind of doing like a little circle thing. Like
you did good.
Yeah,
no, because that's what I like. Like CJ, like no shot to Q. I love you to death. But that's what CJ used to do. CJ used to be all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like that gives a better like element. You get to really see the vibe of the place.
Yeah, instead of just kind of like going side to side or just standing in one spot. So I think these videos are going to come out dope. I was peeking. I really liked what you did with Carter and LB. LB was loving you, by the way.
Yeah, nah, man.
That shit was adorable.
I love that vibe I got, the energy I got with LB. It's always fun.
The entourage just arrived.
Bruh, these guys.
It was like,
well, of course they would
15 motherfuckers that just walked in front of the camera.
You know what I mean? With shit popping off between these two, there's got to be entourages.
Oh, there's more people coming. Nobody sitting down, though. Not yet. Yeah, I see security and entourage.
Just mad dudes.
Sausage Fest? Yeah. I mean, it's Magic City. It's
pretty much.
Sausage Fest.
But not even, you don't see no girls, not even a warm-up twerker or nothing. Should have just had a girl right in the middle just twerking for everybody just to warm it up.
Actually... that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, right?
I'm sure at some point, it's Instagram, so I'm sure at some point they're going to actually, wait.
What happened with 2 Chainz and Ross?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that was on live though. That was on live, right?
What?
The strippers.
Yeah, there was a point where they had strippers there.
Yeah,
performing.
so you know, yeah, they probably will.
Yeah, but it
On
would have been a
some,
nice
go-go.
warm up.
Yeah,
Instead
like
of
on
just
some
playing
like go-go
music.
shit where they're not
Yeah.
naked.
They literally just this DJ just playing music, different songs right now.
Yeah, and it's 8:40. They're still not done.
Comment section is probably wild though. I imagine that's probably the best part of this whole thing.
That's really why I watch the lives.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what Freddie Gibbs says.
I don't. We'll probably see
We'll
thingies.
see. But yeah, no, I mean, it was really great. The people that performed, some of the regulars were there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Prospect, Guess, Trip, Saint, LB, Villa. That's double.
The new people: Vera,
Carter,
James Loner,
Sammy,
Samantha.
excuse me.
Samantha or Sammy. Samantha.
You said James Loner already, yeah.
Mhm.
Grande Life, even though he's kind of been there before, but I still consider him more of a newbie. King Cracker.
King Crackers is definitely new.
Jack the
Grande,
Wrestling
I don't
Drummer.
really call. I don't. He's definitely. He's not
He's been
new.
there before, you're right. Jack the
few
Wrestling
times.
Drummer is his first time or not?
No, not
It
at
wasn't?
all.
Okay, I felt like it was.
It's like his second or third or maybe fourth, like in that
Okay.
range. Samantha's been there before. She actually used to come down to like every show.
I liked her energy.
She's friends with STMO.
Ah, okay. I liked her
Yeah.
energy. Yeah, the way she killed it. And then her energy after the performance was done.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of like went to her friends like, I did it.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
adorable. The only thing is, which I mean, her and her friends kept going outside.
Right.
And
Young
it
kids.
was, yeah. And they're not real, like, she's not like an actual artist.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you
It's
don't
more
get
of a
it.
hangout for them, yeah.
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 So I'm like, all right. Because I noticed the same people that would just go outside. Mind you, and I fucked up because I forgot to make an announcement. So anybody I knew who smoked,
Right.
I would say, but I didn't think that they would just chill outside like that.
Yeah.
So I talked to the main guy. Damn, what the fuck is his name? I don't want to guess it.
Oh, edit that back out.
I don't know. I'll figure it out. Starts with a B. I forgot his name. I'm not going to edit this. Like, I'm bad with names. What do you want me to do? I doubt he...
I am too.
And his name is not even on social media, so I have no idea. And then I met with somebody else who I can't remember his name either. Because I even said it. I was like, yeah. Like, I was like, what's your name? I was like, nice to meet you. I was like, by the way, next time I see you, I'm probably going to ask again. And he laughed. I was like, yeah, I'm horrible with names.
Yeah.
And that's when he asked, he was like, do you smoke? He's like, you want to smoke? I was like, nah, I used to smoke a lot, so I don't. Or it's maybe just how my brain works. I don't know. I don't remember names. But he was cool as fuck, so they were talking about it. They're like, yeah, like he's usually the new guy that I met.
Yeah.
And he was the one with the red cap, the red beanie,
Red beanie.
wearing all black. And he said hi to me and everything. And I looked and I said hi, and I'm
when I
like,
spoke to
and
him,
I'm thinking, well, who the fuck are you?
yeah, we spoke for like a good 10 minutes, and like I didn't even know who. I figured he was part of like the place here.
Yeah.
The
I
venue.
don't know if that's his brother.
I wasn't sure. He had a mask on too, so we were talking about masks for like a good 5 minutes, then some other shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but he was outside fucking smoking a cigar with the owner. But I think it's like a family kind of thing.
Okay.
So I guess they all help each other out. I don't know if they're like friends or brothers. But yeah, we were talking like, nah, we do events here all the time, like blah blah blah, like this is dope. Then the owner talking about me coming back and doing a monthly thing. I was like, well, hey, my show's a monthly thing. So there you go. And then we'll
Keep us in
probably come back. I already told him, I'm kind of shooting for like April.
Yeah.
I usually technically kind of do this on Fridays, but
Ooh.
if it's an outside thing, thinking about just doing it Saturdays during the day, blah, 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 like going
Right.
into night. So we talked about that. Remember those houses when we were outside smoking?
Yes.
So I asked them about the houses. They were like, no, like we throw events. I was like, I figured you told me you throw events, but I didn't know if they tend to complain. They're
Right.
like, no. The guy's like, and mind you, we're out in the front. This motherfucker right here in the brown house, the one that's right next to the laundromat, he's like, he tends to call the cops sometimes. But he's like, the people in the back, they're cool. They know what we do. They support the business. And sometimes if they get a present, then they'll keep their mouth shut. Like, so they probably
it's one of them joints.
throw
Right.
them some money, like, hey. Or like they let them know in advance and shit. But they're cool as fuck.
That's what's up.
So I got to chop it up with them after the show. Me and Juan were talking to them, and yeah, they're cool as fuck. And I can't wait to like work with Media Plate more in the future.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, man. It was just a solid evening, and
yeah.
you didn't know how it was gonna go, being in a new venue, new location, but we had the same energy.
Yeah.
The energy from VFW carried over into this new spot, and I think that's what made it special. And then, again, you just catch different people around saying, like, yo, this is just, like, a really unique, like, event. Like, I've been at tons of open mics before, but this is different. And we try to tell people, like, yo, that's what it is. It's the love. It's the energy. It's, like, the camaraderie.
I don't know what I do. You know, it's funny. I think I was talking about it with I don't know who the fuck I was talking about it with. And I'm like, I honestly don't know what I do differently.
I don't know.
I mean, I make sure everything's, like, organized.
Yeah.
And sometime, like, I've been spite deleting some of these messages that I get about the show. The day of, I had Saint cracking up. He was, like, spite deleting. I was like, no, it was spite deleting messages. Swipe to the left, delete. Like, fuck out of here. How are you going to ask me for the address? The day of. How are you going to ask me about the time, the address, and if I have a flyer?
We talked about this so many fucking times, but it remains the same. These people do not read the goddamn flyers.
And then asking me, hey.
When you told me about that, I was.
Yeah, like, do you have any spots left? I didn't see the message. Like, somebody made a comment, like, you really don't check your phone, do you? I'm like, I'm running an event. No, I don't check my phone. Like, I don't have it on me right now. Yeah. So I'm like, but you're here in the same room. You could have just, I was like, you could have just waved me down. Like, I would have come to you. Yeah.
You know what's funny to me? People, and I guess I got to clear it up. I don't know. Maybe we'll clear it up next time.
What?
Just to.
Look at him. He's like.
He's ready to start some shit.
No, but you see how he stopped?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. He was doing something and he saw. He's like, oh. That pencil's coming down.
I know.
As soon as he moves around. Yeah. Yeah, good looking.
I'll open your butt. All right, what were you saying?
So, we should clear it up. Well, we can clear it up here, but obviously we'll clear it up at the next show. But there's a misconception. People were coming up to me asking me questions about the show, about the list, and I was like, oh, man, I can't help you. That's Sade. And a couple times I got, who's Sade? I'm like, oh. I was like, she's the host of the show. She's wearing a yellow hoodie. She's got Tim's on. You can't miss her. Yeah. She's probably outside just, smoking right now, but she's running around. She's running the show. That's who you'd want to speak to. So 3 different times I got asked who you were. And they felt that I was running the show somehow. I'm like, no, it's not me. I'm just here to help out. Yeah. Sade is who you want to speak to.
I probably because when you, like, put it on your stories, like, oh, we're back.
Gotcha.
Things like that. Yeah. So they probably will go to you.
My mistake.
No. I mean, it happens.
Yeah. I mean, I let people know, like, no, this is, it's Sade's vehicle.
No, I mean, it happens. Yeah, I don't know why anybody is. I don't know why anybody is asking you, and I don't even. There's no.
I mean, it's not like they don't. I guess they didn't know at the time. Also, like, they didn't even know who you were, so they saw me.
Are the new people?
Some new people, yeah, they asked, so they were like, "Yo." Well, actually, one did ask me that knows you. Like, he definitely knows you. I'm not gonna say his name out.
Just bleep it out. I'll bleep it out.
Okay. Right. So exactly. So he asked me, he's like, "Yo, I sent the wrong email to her, but I was hoping you can, like, let her know." And I was like, "Well, she's around, so."
Yeah.
But basically asking me to go get you to do it.
Yeah. No.
So when I came up to you, I'm like, "Yo, this person wants to see you. This person wants to see you. This person wants to see you."
Yeah.
So I was like your little messenger boy, which I didn't mind because I'm like, as long as we get the show going.
Oh, those are the 3 people. So there's 2 people that knew me. Because one of them was bleep this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other one was bleep this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had questions. They assumed that I was running the show too. I'm like, no, it's Sade, but I'll let her know. It's no problem.
Yeah.
I think that's just a misconception. I mean, shit. We do this together, so whatever.
No, it's not. It yeah. Ooh,
I didn't mean to come for like an insult and anything. Like, people just.
Ooh, sorry, no, it was like a deep burp. I don't drink beer like that anymore. Sorry, continue.
No, I'm saying no. I didn't mean for it to come off like it was an insult or anything like that.
What?
That like I'm not running it too, or I'm helping to run it out.
Oh, an insult to them or me?
To you.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's nothing.
Yeah, I was just like, no, she'll be here though, but like you can't miss her. Like,
as a female, we don't really do much of these. As a female in this industry, that happens often.
I was hoping
they're sitting.
I was hoping that wasn't the case, but good show all in all.
Yeah, I get DMs I get. Hey man.
Yeah.
Like, can we you don't even it's the show's Instagram. Be like somewhat neutral. Like some gender neutral shit.
I just say peace. Peace. Like, yo, peace. Like, want to get some information about the show. If I'm starting a DM, I'll start with peace.
Yeah, and then it's funny when talking about that J Flow when he was talking to me on the pod and then DM'd me separately, and I'm like, yeah, no, we were just talking. I was like, you just sent me a DM. We were just talking. Like, mind you, this is within 2 seconds. So as I'm replying to one message, all of a sudden I get another message from him, but on my personal. He was like, oh, I thought it was the guy. I'm like, that was me. He's like, okay. I was like, yeah, we could just talk. We can just talk back there. That's fine. Because it was about the same shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, so he was thinking he would reach one of us?
Yeah, gotcha. Like he figured because I guess I wasn't giving him much for like the interviews that he would try me. Yeah. But he was already talking to me. So I was like, yeah, it's the same deal. I was like, he's going to tell you the same thing too. Shout out to J Flow though.
Shout out to J Flow, our producer of the month as well.
But no, it was dope. No, they're not even sitting down yet.
I thought you said they were.
No, like they're just standing there.
They looking at each other? They staring down? Yeah, they're staring each other down.
Oh, they're staring each other down. Oh, he's saying something. All right, so this we out. All right, we'll be back.
Check. My fellow Americans, a short time ago, Joe Biden beat me in the election, and not only did he win,
I can't
he
look
won
at
by a
him
lot,
and not
Therefore,
see.
it is time for me to step aside, because let's face it, I wasn't probably on my game, and I wasn't doing so well, and I'm the only president in history to lose the popular vote twice and to get impeached. It's time for a change. Greatest dream in the world is that Joe Biden wins, because the winner of this vote was decided by a fair and open election. Therefore, I humbly concede to Joe Biden. The American people have responded, and they said to me, you're fired. Bing, get out.
Oh, that was great.
That's how it should have gone. Did you see the tweet? Pretty much that I forgot who fucking posted it. It was like a paragraph of him conceding, but like throwing dirt, and somebody had posted it but crossed out everything he said and pretty much like I concede whatever.
Oh, they did that.
That like they left out like what he really should have just tweeted without all the extra shit.
So kind of the same thing, just in a text form.
Yeah. So they took his actual tweet and just crossed out but you still see it. It's just like this is what he should have just left it at.
Yeah, homeboy's not ready to let that shit go.
I mean, kinda did. I don't think his Proud Boys are.
His Proud Boys are not.
No,
what's up? Something else happened? Oh, he's playing Lemonade right now.
So we just finished watching.
He's playing Lemonade now.
Of course. It's like round 20-5, and we've been waiting. Not even really waiting for Lemonade. We just assumed
that it would have been one of the first 20.
Yeah, and he didn't. If you don't pull down your shirt.
You got Juan Parks in the building.
You look, I'm not wearing a tube top right now.
Anyway,
but that Verzuz, man, we was just checking out Jeezy Verzuz Gucci, man. It was interesting. It was done at Magic City in Atlanta, world famous strip club. And it was only right to have it done there with two trap stars, really like introduce the trap music besides T.I. These are really big pioneers of the whole trap movement and the whole hip hop movement in Atlanta in general. So it was cool. Now, a lot of people didn't know how it was going to go down because there's beef between these guys, like legitimate beef.
Yeah, you had told me about it. I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, like, homies, passed away over this shit. So when we saw that the Verzuz was being done in the same room, me and Sade were kind of taken aback because we didn't know what to expect. But, surprisingly, Jeezy was pretty chill the whole time. And I think it had to do with the fact that his whole like image and persona has changed. He got an album coming out.
Yeah,
so
like he's not trying to, because I mean he could have played it the other way because he has an album coming out soon and shit. What? Why are you staring at me?
No,
okay, so.
I feel like he's just like he's more growing up than that.
Right? Yeah, he's done the growing. Yeah,
and then because he could have played it the other way because he has an album coming out and being childish like Gucci. and throwing those type of shots. Like he threw jabs.
Oh, Gucci was throwing jabs throughout the whole time.
Yeah. And
His
then
first 3 songs, I believe, were like diss tracks stored.
Yeah.
Like the first one alone, he made an actual like song, like Gucci verse.
Yeah, this
Jeezy.
is the first round.
This is the first round.
Yeah, whatever.
And was calling a pussy and everything in between rounds. And
yeah, and then throwing shots, and then Gucci was finally like, listen, like when I extended the invite, Jeezy, when he was like, I extended the invite, like, because this is grown man shit, like this is for the culture, and you're after 20 years, you're still fucking talking about it, and Gucci goes 15 years.
And he's like, yeah, whatever the time is and shit.
15, 20, like the fuck.
But Gucci, basically, what's the word here? Just was a bigger person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty much said he mentioned all the rappers that have died recently. King Von, Nipsey Hussle, Mo3, everybody else, and just said, this is about the culture and us like preserving everything. Blah blah blah. Came off really grown manish, and when you're doing that versus someone who's just been jabbing at you the whole battle, it kind of makes Gucci look bad. It makes Jeezy look that much better.
Oh my god! And like, what was it? The next song he calls Jeezy a pussy, but then the same time, like you can see it in his face and like how he was kind of pacing. He didn't have the energy anymore. The energy definitely changed after Jeezy said that.
Oh yeah.
Because he just seemed like, oh, you just pulled that card. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And the best thing for these rappers to do is to not look at the comment section, because if Gucci was looking at it, he would have been seeing that he was getting his ass kicked.
No, I think he was, because you kept like seeing him leaning down to go talk to his boys. It was like the one or two that kept talking to him. I think they were keeping track.
And if that's the case, I mean,
because anytime like he came up, especially after that speech, he looked pissed.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked mad. He wasn't sitting down in his chair.
No.
It's like he was allergic to that chair. He wasn't trying to sit down in his throne. He kind of just was standing the whole time.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't know he was back there.
Telling you, as soon as we hit the fucking record, these cats. But but you know what? It's just I really realized after hearing like 20, because I've never ever heard like a whole Gucci project. I've only heard singles. Yeah, I can see why Jeezy took this easy.
Yeah,
I can see why. Like Jeezy is really a lot more versatile than Gucci is. Gucci has a style, and I can see why he's built his niche fan base and why he makes money and why he's so successful. But it's against someone like Jeezy who can like really tap into different markets musically. Yeah, I can see why. Just the hooks. That's what really took me away here. The hooks, the verses. It's all the same shit. It's all trap type related stuff. Yeah. But the hooks was what really stood out.
I see. Okay, so talking about hooks, I think hooks are fine. Yeah, I just don't think if you're gonna play a hook, then like especially when it's like kind of drawn out and it's not like when he played the Drake shit. That wasn't just like a quick, like he could have just cut it off.
He didn't have to play the.
Yeah.
Well, only because I think that was the one song where the verse started before the hook. I think that's what it was. Stop. Yeah, the verse started before the hook. That's why he played it into it. But you're right, he didn't have to. But all the other songs had the hook first, and then the verse would come in, and then they cut it off before the verse. I think
he did that because it's Drake.
Well, yeah, you want to show off that shit. I mean, if Jay-Z was doing the hook on Go Crazy, Jeezy would have played that.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because he cut it off right before Jay's verse came in. Oh, they came together for So Icy. Oh, well, that's nice. All right, so we just heard that live. That was expected. I didn't think it was going to be pulled off, but that's good.
It's funny because you got all the groupies in the back.
So they're doing that for the culture, I guess. So even though there's some legitimate beef here that was said, even though they were name calling each other throughout, I guess them doing So Icy together was the moment of the battle. Yeah. But everybody in the fucking comment section was waiting for shit to pop off. They wanted to act like, oh no, this is hip hop, but deep down they wanted that shit to pop off.
Yeah, but like there were like comments after like, oh, the energy definitely changed. Like, like shit. Like, you sure there ain't guns there?
Oh yeah, come on. Someone got a piece in there,
and they weren't even drinking.
Yeah, but there's so much legitimate beef there that like, yeah, had they been drinking, it would have gone overboard. I think.
Yeah, it would have been bad. But that was good that they just. I mean, Gucci was a fucking child though.
They got the professional.
I think that was some
and I think
bitch shit.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people in there, like, and the people that own the establishment that are making sure that nothing pops off.
Yeah, I really wish though, like I'm not really a fan of Gucci. Like Jeezy's been, I don't know, I just grew up with Jeezy, so it's different. I just feel I would have been way more excited if it was T.I.
I agree. I think that would have been a better matchup. I mean, yeah, they're both, two Atlanta music icons. I get that part. But the music is just so much different. Like T.I. and Jeezy would have been a much better matchup. Because
I'm saying.
you got I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, it's
yeah.
both because it's legendary hooks throughout both of them.
Yeah,
And I think that's what it is.
I just think it made more sense to just have T.I. than I don't know, but like I guess T.I. backed out. That man talks so much shit, but I don't know if he's holding out for 50 or he just doesn't want to do it. I don't get it.
Does he not respect Jeezy as much as 50 then?
I don't know.
Because I think it would have been better having just two Atlanta artists instead of just T.I. and 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And somebody, T.I. is bigger than Gucci. So, yeah. I didn't really see the matchup between T.I. and 50.
Yeah.
I felt like that was kind of a reach.
It made no sense to me.
No.
That was T.I. thinking he was bigger than he was.
No. And I didn't know this. You guys were talking about this off air, that 50 was talking about doing a versus with the game.
Right, which
I didn't even think he wanted to do a versus.
He said he was open to it against the game, but I think only because of the fact that he knows he could shit on game easily and take that.
True.
Because game should not be doing any of the songs off the documentary for his rounds.
No, you can't.
But you gonna do what? This Is How We Do with 50 on the hook?
Yeah, no, that would be bad.
West Side Story, which he fucking helped write.
Yeah, no, you can't really.
Like what?
It would have to be. You would have to ignore the entire first album.
You can't play nothing off of G Unit. Like
no, and 50 has his own catalog. I think his G Unit shit is better.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Game had some good albums after he left 50 and shit, but nowhere to the amount of what he had on the first album.
No.
He admitted to it. Yeah. I mean, 50 wrote damn near half of the fucking thing. These are leftover tracks from Get Rich or Die Trying that went to him. Yeah. So come on.
No, I don't see how that would. No.
Yeah.
I wonder who's gonna be the next verses though.
I'm sure they got that set up already. I feel like it's gonna be an R&B one after this.
Possibly.
What, since the R&B?
No, they took a break. This is like season 2.
Yeah, they took a season break. You know, they were getting their shit together.
Yeah, but this one, like, aesthetically looked good.
It looked good. You know what though? I would appreciate a moving camera.
Yeah.
I know it's tough to do with IG Live.
Huh?
Yeah, the production value got to be upped. But then you got to do it on a different app.
It would have to be.
Because IG Live, they just kept that phone on the tripod.
I did see, though, the camera moving. Like, there was somebody in front of the Instagram camera, like the phone. There's somebody in front of the phone recording, and she was, like, standing right in front of Gucci, like, during his part. So I'm assuming maybe that was the Apple Music one, but that shit kept cutting out on me, so I was like, fuck it. And I like the comments anyway.
Yeah, I live for the comment section. God, that's what makes these verses a lot more enjoyable. Imagine without it wouldn't have, nobody would have.
Yeah, O'Shea Jackson was live in those comments, Ice Cube's kid.
Yeah.
Live in there, like, where the fuck is Lemonade?
Yeah,
how the fuck you not play Lemonade yet?
Lemonade's my shit,
why are you
bro.
playing this dumb shit? Yeah.
That beat is amazing. Lemonade is a fucking amazing song. Yeah, no, it's a great fucking song. I remember the video, everything in yellow. It's a dope ass song, man. I really like that fucking song.
Yeah, I only like a couple of his shit.
Yeah.
I only like a couple of Gucci's shit. Jeezy kills it though.
And you know what? With these battles being based so much on song selection, I don't think no matter what way Gucci would have went, I think you weren't going to be able to compete with anything Jeezy was throwing at him.
No, not at all. So. I don't see how it just didn't make sense to me. Besides the fact that they're from the same area.
Same area, both icons in their own right, but just different music. It's still trap. That's the main content, but just different vibes.
I really like Jeezy's grown man shit. After that speech, then still a jab, but goes, what did he say? He was like, I'm not wearing a $10,000 outfit, but I own half of Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a hard line. That was a hard line.
That was.
You know, I think after one song that Gucci finished, Jeezy was like, that's cute.
Yeah.
You know, little shit like that.
It
little
was
jabs.
Little things, but it was like how, almost like how like Babyface and Teddy Riley, who was in the comments and shit too. How like
it was man shade.
Yeah, it was grown man shade. Not like still talking about like free homie, fuck the 7 niggas that snitched. Like that. I mean, it's street shit. I understand, but you're a grown ass man.
Yeah, Jeezy took a more grown approach to it and just made Gucci look like childish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looked like a child just standing there, just like pacing back and forth in his fucking.
He didn't want to sit in that chair. That gave me anxiety, actually.
No.
Like, at the end, he did kind of like give a little props.
Gave him props?
He did? What did he say? You're not on the mic at all. I can barely hear you right now. No, because it's not good. We're recording a podcast.
No, but like, well, I'm in the back. I'm that guy in the background. But,
Talk louder.
No, but he kind of gave him like his little thing, like his little wannabe props at the end.
Yeah.
And, like he was playing Icy, and they're like, you know, because that was the last song,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just talking about like, you know, like we here, blah blah. And then he came, like, the culture, you know, like he kind of like owned up to it. Like,
Do it for the culture. You gotta do it for the love of the game, man. That's what
Yeah.
it's about. I mean, they in Magic City. It's a well-respected spot. They'd be stupid to start some beef in there. Be stupid. There's probably so many gangsters around there right now. Anyway,
so
making sure
many.
shit don't pop.
that would,
Like Gucci Side. There
the
was,
thing is, that would
remember
break them.
when I was talking about like all the people that walked in front of the phone?
Yeah,
That was just Gucci Side alone.
yeah.
That shit looks crazy.
No, Gucci came prepared.
20 people there.
Yeah.
Huh?
At the end, you see all like they came in front, and then Gucci came in the middle, and they're like, "Oh god damn, I think this motherfucker brought the whole hood."
Yeah,
over."
those
yeah.
were all the
We
guys
saw
that
them
I
when
had
they were
seen.
setting up. Yeah,
Yeah, they were all walking like right before they got on stage. You just seen like just a line of people just walking in front of the camera.
Even what's his name, the Moreno, that he has like
The Moreno.
Eagles and all those niggas.
Huh?
I forgot his name.
P. What from the label? The head of the label?
Yeah.
P.
Yeah. He was there. I was like,
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
I didn't even notice him in there. He was like, oh, at the end he came out. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, P from QC from Quality Control.
Yeah, there was a shit ton of people though.
Yeah.
Cause
Quality
as soon-
Control,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Jeezy was playing more with the crowd. Like the DJ would stop it and then like you know.
Yeah, the motherfuckers singing the damn songs in the background. That was dope. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
good.
Only thing was missing.
I love you, Jeezy.
I
That
didn't see
shit
no
was funny.
strippers.
Yeah,
I didn't
was
see no
kinda
strippers. You in
surprised
Magic
about
City,
that.
you ain't got a stripper in the middle between them just twerking. They should even for the warm up because, mind you, this is supposed to start at 8. Doors opened at 8, virtual doors, and this shit didn't start till 8:40.
Virtual doors.
Yeah, they should have had a girl just warming up, doing some twerks,
Yeah,
stretching.
because for a virtual show,
Round two.
They need a round girl. Thank you. This was saying before. They need a round girl. We need someone to just hit a fucking bell or something, and just some graphics come up. Round 3, like just or some chick coming around.
Round three.
Round 3. I don't know why I did that. The popping. They should have had a round girl holding the fucking sign up and walking through. It's Magic City. You got to do something.
should she come like go down like up the pole and just like as
Oh
she's
yes,
sliding?
wearing a 3 on her back. So she had to 3.
Oh,
Imagine
shit,
that,
that
yo.
would have been funny.
Just
Or
have
she's
different
just
girls
holding,
lined up.
she's just holding the card, but like she's like,
But her legs are wrapped around.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's just like this.
and they probably could do that too. That's some shit.
They
Just going in
probably
circles.
could. I mean, the DJ was covering the pole most of it.
Yeah.
But it still would have been funny.
Isn't it crazy how the only people we respect that do that are firefighters and strippers?
Yeah, because
There's no other another profession where like
all they gotta do is go down. Strippers, at least the ones that work the pole. That's what I was funny. I was talking to somebody. We were talking about strip clubs. Oh no, I think we're talking about it at work, and Carter was saying that she had never like gone to a strip club, and like a few of us have. So we're talking about it. I'm like, listen, I was like, I love strip clubs because I love people watching. It is the best place to go.
people watching in a strip club.
If you yeah, but because I
That's
don't have an
uncomfortable with
affinity
me.
for tits and ass and everything.
No, I probably do the same because I told you. I think we talked about this before. I went to a strip club and just was not impressed. I was annoyed. It was very, very
It
uncomfortable.
depends. It depends. Like,
Bro, it was so whack.
it wasn't like.
Who you went with?
Who-
Yeah, it does also depend on who you go with. too.
my boy was getting married. We was in Philly,
Oh.
and it was the bachelor party, and it was just trash. I just did not enjoy it. Like, girl would come up to me, horrible body but nice tits. They were done, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, rubbing on my back. I'm like, "No, I'm good. You know, I'm just here for my man. Says he's getting married." Like, "Oh, that's nice." Meanwhile, he's getting a lap dance, and she's like, "You want to touch my titty?" I was like, nah. I was like, she caught me in a spot. I was like, yeah, sure. So she grabs my hand and just, he's like, feel it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's nice. He's like, all right, you gonna tip me? I'm like, oh, okay. So I tip her
Oh,
$1.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
and then
you
as
can't do
she's,
that.
so she tips it and she's like, no, put it in between. So I was like, all right. So I put it in between. She thought I was gonna get something out of it. I'm like, all right. She's like, you want to touch my other titty?
No.
No,
I'm like, no,
you
no,
just
I don't.
made me tip you.
Yeah. And then she came around
When you-
again and it's the same shit. It's
I
like,
want you to walk away. That's what it's just,
yeah, because they talk to you. They ask you a question. Like, oh, you enjoying yourself? Oh, you want to touch my titties?
Well, no,
get the
that's
fuck
but
outta
that's
here.
the best part. So what I like doing is like I'll I'll watch the people more than like I'll watch the guys getting hustled out for their money. This one girl, as this guy is sitting, like she had called over. Remember, Mike was with me when you guys went up to the stage, and you're like, oh, because we were at like just random seats, like tables, but we were waiting for a room to open up at the stage to go up, and I was just like, well, no, like you guys go, like it's like I'm cool, like chilling here, and like the waitress, like she kept coming by checking up on me, she kept like refilling my drink, so I was cool. And one of the guys, he was like, "No, I feel bad. You're standing by yourself." So he's sitting with me, and he's like, "Yo, look behind you. Look behind you." This guy is sitting there. You see one girl massaging him, pretty much like her tits like on his neck, and calls over. Like you see this, come here, and she does this.
Oh yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the other girl comes up and just literally flips, and it's like 69 in the chair. And then, what was it? He was going fucking crazy. And then she's twerking and all that crazy shit. And then they took him to, like, the private room. But it was just so funny because he just looked like he was... You ever, like, those people that, like, hot, like acid or mushrooms? Like,
Oh, yeah, he was in heaven.
He was fucking
My shit was
out
so
of
weird.
it.
Because I said it was my buddy's wedding. So it was me... and like 3 other dudes who were his soccer buddies, and then he had 3 of his college buddies. So his college buddies were like, I guess they were like white corporate dudes. Like you could tell these dudes wore business suits on the weekdays. So they're there with like short sleeve shirts tucked into their pants. So they're looking like real like olderish dudes, but we're all the same age.
Yeah.
So there's this one stripper who I don't forget her name because she was fucking ugly as shit. Her name was Jersey. We're in Philly, but her name was Jersey. White trash girl, just terrible. Whenever she went on stage, we kind of ignored it and just talked to each other. But she was kind of going around doing her thing, but getting ignored. And as the night's progressing, these corporate dudes are getting more and more drunk. So by the end of the night, like the last hour and a half that we're there, I see the one dude fucking sneak away with Jersey to the private room. And I didn't say nothing else the rest of the night when we got there. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to know what you did, but you was talking mad shit the whole night. And now look, you on this bitch's ass.
Oh, no.
Nasty. And a bunch of niggas went back and just grabbed different girls, and they had money. I'm like, yo, I'm good. I don't even want to touch this shit. I'm straight off this. I was people watching too, like a motherfucker.
I mean, like the only girl that really impressed me, because this is in Miami, so it's a bunch of like fake tits.
Oh, so you know they look better.
So it looked
in Philly. Most of them had I would say some of them looked really good. That was that one girl. She was bad as fuck. Right. She was on stage for 2 seconds. Barely did, huh?
I'm mad that bitch came even down for it. Because she was gone.
So she did one song and bounced?
No, not even. Not even 2 minutes. She was on the stage. She didn't even make a round yet. They fucking guys took her away.
Yeah, shorter than a versus round.
Pretty much.
That nigga said, yo.
Didn't even finish the verse.
Yeah, go back upstairs.
Oh, see, that's what it is.
No, but
she's
she's
done.
Like
bad as fuck.
Because they had like, you got like the main stage and shit.
Yeah.
And then you got the VIP.
Right.
But then you got the VVIP.
So
it's like, and that's upstairs.
That's where they go fuck.
On the second floor, like.
That's the big baller.
Yeah,
room.
That's like, you gonna waste money and they gonna get paid? Oh, you gonna get paid.
You gonna get some good shit up there.
Yeah, like that's what you got.
Yeah, that's where the A1 joints are.
So because I was like, okay, I'm ready. Because there was a spot at the stage, but I'm like, none of these girls are impressing. Like, they're barely doing tricks. Like, that's some lazy shit. And what? Can I finish my story? Oh, I was like, I thought you were about to tell me to shut up so you could tell yours. I don't know what's going on. You good?
Yeah, finish.
Oh, okay. I don't even know. Oh, none of them were really impressive until like this redhead. She didn't have she had a natural body. That one. Bruh, that one we went wild for.
Redhead?
So she didn't have she had like long crazy she had long hair down to her ass. She was this white girl. Was she white? I don't know.
She was redhead?
But she was a redhead.
Okay.
I don't know if it's natural or not, but whatever. So she didn't have like a crazy body. It wasn't natural. It wasn't bad, but she like just gravitated to the pole. Went literally like did some tricks on the bottom. Middle, and then went all the way to the top. She like did a fake dead drop and then went back up and then just kept doing that and then just dropped to the ground in a split.
Mind you, this bitch is like 20 feet or 20, like
No,
That's dedication to the craft.
It's like
the
30 feet
pole.
up in the air.
Yeah, no, the pole was insane. She was doing these wild tricks, spinning down and then going back up, like doing like looking like she was about to drop into a split, and then she'll climb back up from the middle. This shit was insane. I was like, okay, I'm getting closer. I
fuck with that. You see, even if you're ugly, if you're
Oh,
out
yeah,
there trying your hardest on that pole, I appreciate that.
Oh no, I threw money. I was like,
yeah. That deserves a tip. Oh yeah.
Yes.
The funniest shit was that there was this dyke girl.
Okay.
She went literally around the whole. She was literally moving her seat.
She was obsessed.
Just following her. She's like,
No, not a girl. She was a grown ass one. She was like 40, 50.
Oh, this is one of the people that was there.
So you can be a dyke and be young, but you said girl, so I'm just saying that she was like 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, she was older. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying
like,
her age.
She was like, yo, I'm following her. I'm only here because of her. Like,
No, it pissed us off. So
yeah,
it's
groupies.
How many of us were there? Like 8 people. There was a lot of us.
Yeah.
So this chick was at the beginning of like say because it curves.
Yeah.
She was at one side. This girl came out going crazy, and then we would see, and she would like, as soon as like she's up the pole, like, or she would move around the crowd, she would move along with the stripper, and then she would one of the girls that was with us was like, bro, like, why is she hogging this bitch? I'm trying to give her money too. Like I was like, I was like, do you want me to say something? Because you know me, I'm always the one that says something.
Even at the strip club. Even at the strip club.
Yeah, like I would have been like, I'm sorry, bitch, but we want our time with her too. Like, 'cause she just kept like jumping. So it was almost like she had her turn, and then she was like cutting the line. Like she kept like going, following her.
Can't respect that.
Then she tried to come by us. I was like, no, block that chair. No. Like, no, there's no room. And then she went past all of us because we told her no. And then she went after us. It was an empty seat and caught the girl again. And you could, she was like, oh my God, I love this girl. You can tell. I think she even made a comment about that too, that she's there almost every night.
Yeah. She's a regular. She's a regular.
And she's obsessed with that chick.
That's her. She's like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah.
And the girl was like, you could tell she was annoyed as fuck by her. But she was playing with it because it's like, it's a regular who gives me a lot of money.
Okay,
but you could tell she
tolerated it.
Yeah, you could tell she was fucking over it. And then it was funny because I was throwing money at her a couple times, and then she like came by us, smacked her ass. I was like, girl, that was, and I gave her a round of applause.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
See, it's always nice to see those routines. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's
she
probably
put
the
in fucking
only thing I appreciate there, because it's there's some good looking women, of course, but it's like you can't really do much there. I'm not there to pick up a girl either. You know what I mean? So it's just not my type of experience to have.
Yeah. Should I tell this story? Bleep this, the story. Okay, I'm gonna say it. So while we're talking about strip clubs,
are we on time?
I have 4 minutes, so I'm gonna tell the story, and then we'll cut. So we have this friend, same strip club. So the people that we went with, one of the girls, is a friend of ours who lives down there in Miami.
Okay.
She was the one that told us, the girl that was up there for 2 minutes. We're like, where the fuck? Like, I got excited. I went up to the stage. I was like, where'd she go? Like, she's bad as fuck. No. And then she's like, no, she blah, blah, blah. Like, because she's gone there before with her girlfriend.
Okay.
So she knows about all that shit. So I think maybe a year before that, she had brought, this is the same guy that did the glute bridge, by the way. It's the same guy.
Call back.
Yeah, well, he didn't do it. The girl he was fucking did it. It was weird. So anyway, it's the same person. Can we give him a fake name just so I don't say his real name?
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Mike?
Billy?
Oh, Billy. I could do Billy.
That might give it away.
Yeah, no.
Let's call him Billy.
Billy. I gotta fucking bleep out that last word. So Billy. So she takes Billy there, and they're all having fun, and I'm not gonna say it. I'll say it from Billy's side. Because the other one, she got all like drunk and crazy with the girls.
Okay.
That she's like, yeah, like, but Billy just, we're like, oh fuck, like, where's Billy? Like, oh shit, we forgot about him at the table, and then he was gone. So from Billy's side of the story, he was like, yeah, like, we were just drinking, chilling, watching the girls. Then I guess one of her favorite girls came to the stage, so they just fucking left me. They didn't even say anything. They just got up and went to the stage and left me at the table. And then this one girl came over, and he was just like, haha, yeah, like kind of like what you were doing, like, yeah, whatever. But then as the night progressed, then there was this one girl. He was like, yeah, like, I mean, she had fake tits, fake ass, but like she was really pretty in the face. And he's one of those, he's like, I feel bad. Like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Like, I'm here now, why not? And then somehow she convinced him to go to the VIP room. So they get to the VIP room, and he was so drunk. He was like, I don't even know what happened. Then all of a sudden, like, she brings in this other girl in there. So it's two of them. And then I'm giving them some money and blah, blah, blah. And then at one point they left the VIP room to go to the ATM. They go back. He was like, I don't even know how much I took out. Like, she took my card.
That's how it goes.
Then they went back into the VIP room and had a threesome. And then, but like, while he's fucking one girl, like they both had fake tits, but one had a fake ass. He's hitting it from behind, and he was like, that shit fucking hurt.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah. I'm like, because he said, he was like, you can tell, like, it was probably implants, so it was hard. And he was like, I couldn't do it. Yeah. So he got soft off of that.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. And then he ended up like whatever, like I won't get into like crazy details what happened after that. But yeah, he was just like, I can't do this. And like he just staggered outside the VIP room. And then finally they saw him and they were like, what happened? I don't want to talk about it. Because he was just like, it was just a mess.
It was traumatizing.
Yeah, he was traumatized by everything. He was like, one girl tried to like wanted like me to motorboat her, but it was like her tits didn't feel right. And it was just like, okay, no, I'm good. And then, yeah. He was like, it was horrible.
See, it's tales like that make me just want to skip the strip club altogether.
It's like a great experience gone really bad.
Yeah,
gone
pretty
really
much.
bad.
Usually tell a guy, hey, you're going to get a threesome. Oh, yeah, sure.
And then it's like, oh, strippers? Oh,
Yeah.
Jeezy? And then it's like, whoa.
In Miami?
No.
Yeah, in
No,
Miami.
it went horribly bad. Then he wakes up to a phone call from his father saying, hey, so how's it going over there? Did you have fun last night? Like, what'd you do? No, we just sorry, we went to the bar, we chilled, whatever. Oh, okay. I was just letting you know the bank called.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there was a lot of money taken out at Tootsie's, which is the strip club
The Tootsie's
name.
ATM.
And apparently, I forgot how much fucking money. It was a couple $1,000 though. Or it was more than that.
Yeah, that's worth a threesome.
But
You better get a threesome out of that shit.
Yeah, because he had already taken money out. He was like, I forgot how much he told me. He was like, I went there with money. He was like, I vaguely remember going to an ATM and her like taking me, like both of them taking him to the ATM and taking the card and everything. And doing
demons, those fucking demons.
Demons. But that shit was hilarious because he didn't want to tell me at all because it was just, and it was funny because anytime I'd ask about, I'm like, oh, how was the trip? Like when we had seen each other after the fact, he was like, it was good. It was good. And then I'll talk to like my friend in Miami and she's like, so did Billy tell you the stripper story? I was like, this is a stripper story? I was like, what? But yeah. And then he was like, I don't want to tell you how much. I finally got him to tell me like the story, but he didn't. It took me maybe like 2 days for him to tell me how much he spent, like how much his dad told. He was like, oh my God. And then
I'm pretty sure he's embarrassed by that.
Yeah, he was. And then his dad's like, well, he was like, it's good to hear that you're having fun.
Yeah.
He was like, and don't worry, your mom didn't get the phone call. She doesn't know anything.
Yeah. It's okay, son. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those tales.
That's fucking horrible,
Yeah.
though, imagine. Ugh.
Yeah, better off your dad finding out, though. Because then at least he'll encourage you. He'll be like, yeah, it's all right, son.
Yeah, and
These things
he was
happen.
one time. Last time we were,
Yeah,
mind you, the last time we went to Miami,
fall in love?
he was supposed to come with us. He was supposed to come with us to Miami one time, and I was like, so are we going to Tootsie's? I haven't been there in a while, and I know you haven't been there in a long time. He was like, no, I'm not going to Tootsie's.
But Dad, me and Hennessy, we got something going.
I was like, Billy, come on, just go with me.
There's something special.
I had to tell him, like, I'll protect you. It's okay.
The way she looked at me, I just couldn't say no, Dad. Yeah, Lyrical Fix, we back. So we just did a React video. We wanted to check out the video for Who Wants What. Mm-hmm. Russ featuring Ab Soul off of Russ's new EP titled Chomp, which just came out early this week. And pleasantly surprised by this video. First of all, they did a reenactment of Rap City, The Basement.
Yeah.
with Big Tigger, and me and Sade, the first thing we said was, "God damn, this dude Big Tigger has not aged
Not
at
at
all."
all.
I think
Not
it's
at
been
all.
what, over 10 years since that show's been on.
It has to be.
Like,
Was
bruh,
it on up until 2010?
That I don't know, but I know it's been 10 years since I've seen that motherfucker. I mean, I've seen him. I know he still does radio and shit, so I see him every now and then on IG. But it's just crazy seeing him in that
In that setting.
in that booth in the basement.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Like the whole neon light shit.
Yeah.
And
I
they did a
missed
live
that
performance of the song. It was fucking dope just to have that video, just to bring back the whole Rap City feel. Like I really enjoyed that shit.
No,
That
it's
Who
good.
Want What. And well, let's fucking get into this, man. Russ has not been known to be that type of guy. Like, we know he can rap, but he was mostly just making like girl songs and shit.
Yeah.
And I never really heard this type of lyrical
Aggressive.
prowess.
Yeah.
I guess you could say the skill level. But he offered up 5 tracks. Had an Alchemist beat, had a DJ Premier beat. I forget who else was on this. Feature wise, he had Benny the Butcher, Black Thought, Busta Rhymes, and Absol, King Crook. Man, Russ has my respect now as a rapper.
Yeah.
At first, I was thinking somebody had to ghostwrite this shit. Cause this nigga did not ever sound like this. I never heard him this nice before.
No, like I've been listening to him for a minute, and he does have this in him. Even when it's not the same beat, I've heard him come aggressive.
Maybe
before.
that's what it is. I think the beat selection. 'Cause
Yeah, and his like the cadence.
it's very
But
braggadocio raps.
Yeah, that's literally who Russ is.
Mhm.
Even when he has that, like he doesn't. I never really. I mean, I've heard a lot of girl shit, but I've never. I think it's because when you hear him on a beat like this versus like the other beats,
Yeah.
then you think, oh no, he doesn't know, but he actually does go in even on those.
Yeah, these were beats where you could really talk your shit. I appreciated that because it was more like traditional. A lot of it was traditional boom bap,
Yeah,
which I appreciate a lot. So this was a nice little change of pace from what I'm usually hearing from Russ, which is
yeah,
like
because
singles and
there
stuff.
really is a will of his debut. He was talking a lot of shit.
Right, and I didn't hear much of it because I only heard that one single of his where it's like a pink, like he's in the.
Oh yeah.
It's like a pink, like trees and shit in the background.
No, I never seen that video.
Never seen that, but you know what
No,
song I'm talking
no.
about, though, right?
No, not
What
at
They
all.
Want.
Oh yeah, that one.
That was the song. That's
No,
what I knew him
a lot
for.
of it has that kind of like that tempo, like, but and he never really, he doesn't have any boom bap on there,
Right.
but it's lyrically wise, it's the same shit. He just doesn't, the cadence isn't aggressive,
Right.
but he still has. He's always been like that,
That's what's up there.
and it's just somebody like me. I mean, I love this project and I
Yeah.
love Russ, but this shit is annoying.
Really?
I'm
about
like,
it.
I'm finding it annoying.
Oh, because you've heard him do this before. That's why. So it's nothing new to you.
No, but
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
just like finally, yes, like maybe now he'll get the respect. Maybe he'll shut up about like, oh, I write my own stuff and I produce, like that's what I find annoying.
I already produce, mix, master, my own stuff.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah. I will say though, when you got the money like that, and you have all these things coming to you and all this success, can't blame you if you start talking that shit on an album like this. I can't blame it. I like it. I like braggadocio Russ because that's all I knew was that, like I said, those girl songs that he made. I wasn't really too keen on what he was doing. And I wasn't checking for him.
Yeah.
But this was something that I was like, when I saw the feature list, I think that's what got me intrigued.
I think that's what it is, and that's why a lot of people have that same opinion, where it's like, oh, I've never heard this side of him, and because you're drawn to the features.
Yeah.
He never really had features like this before.
Nah,
so
never.
that's why there's a lot of shit that he's been slept on.
Yeah, I can see that now. And you know what? He held his own.
No, he did. I think he definitely did.
He held his own,
he held
especially
his
with.
own.
I was surprised with the Busta record. I really thought Busta was going to go a lot harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems. Yeah, especially we'll get to Busta's project
Yeah.
after.
It seemed like it just didn't click for me. The King Crooked, I think he couldn't fuck with
That
Crook.
shit. No,
Absol.
I think it was still good though. I think it was his part. Russ's verse was good,
Yeah,
but it's King Crook.
it was a
so.
nice way to start. Yeah, but
Yeah,
King
it
Crook
was
just
good, yeah.
like took the flow to a whole nother level.
Who Wants What is probably my favorite. Momentum was really good. I think him and Benny were a good match.
I think Black Thought went off on that motherfucker.
Black Thought definitely
Black
go
Thought
on.
went off. You're not going to touch Black Thought. On the
No,
fucking
no,
record.
no. But I think those are my like top 2 tracks.
Imagine
off the EP.
Imagine we hearing this fucking project before it came out, and we seeing the feature with Benny and Black Thought, and Russ ended up having the dopest verse.
Oh my
I would
god.
have had to quit this pod.
No, I don't even see. That's a bad day for both of them.
I can't go back to check it after this. Like what? This nigga just outspit thought.
That's a bad day. I don't see how that could be possible.
Like it had to happen. I think, and this made all these motherfuckers step up because they probably heard Russ's verse beforehand, and they're like, "Yo, I gotta come with some shit. This nigga's actually spitting here."
Yeah.
Like.
No, he's good. He's always had this like that prowess. He's always been.
I'm impressed. I want to hear more. I ain't gonna lie. I want to hear more from Russ. I would like to hear more like this. I know that his bread and butter is like the girl songs, because he can do it and he can sing. Like I respect that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind hearing more of this. A lot of the flows reminded me of like old school Drake.
Well, no, that's what he's doing. Like even his other shit there's a resemblance of Drake in there.
I can tell.
There's a little bit in there. Even like where the Zoo, I didn't really listen to.
That was the most recent.
There's Really a Wolf. That was 2 years ago. Shake the Snow Globe. That was recent. That was this year.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he dropped an album an album and an EP this year.
That's
the last two I didn't hear. There's Really a Wolf. That one I heard. That one, it's not just girl shit, and he does talk his shit, but he does it in such. It's not a boom bap. It's not. It's more like how Drake will talk his shit.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
those 40 style beats.
In a sense,
way?
Yeah. So you're not gonna get drawn to it, especially when like the features don't pop out at you, and you're hearing it's like label wise, they're gonna push the girl stuff. Especially that's his debut, so they're gonna push the girly stuff. Yeah,
I remember I tried listening to an album, and there was just too much girly type of hooks, and I just got turned off real quick.
Yeah, like there's some in there, but there are moments where he's always been like this.
Yeah,
he's just now finally letting it out.
Yeah, this is that project that you definitely got the real hip hop heads on your side.
Yeah,
like you got more respect from like people that enjoy
especially
lyrics.
when you do boom bap. There's not like if you're gonna like, and I've always been hoping that he would do boom bap,
right?
Which I'm really excited about this. I still have to go back and listen to the last two albums though.
I'll tell you what, man, put him on a track with Royce and Black Thought, and you're gonna forget that Russ is on that shit.
Royce, you mean
Yeah, put Royce and
Benny?
Black Thought on a track. No, I'm saying for example, that if you had another project with Russ, put him on a track with.
I wouldn't want to hear Black
Royce.
Thought because he just did one with Black Thought.
All right, well then Royce.
Name somebody, but Royce and who else?
Ransom.
Okay.
Royce and Conway.
Conway, I would say. I would do Conway.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Shit,
really
I can see fucking at this point. I can see him getting an Eminem feature.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that.
Wouldn't want to hear it.
No.
Two white boys going at it.
No, it's nothing to do with race.
Okay.
No, it's just I'm Eminem'd out.
I got you.
Let me say I don't want to play.
Shit, I can see him and Big Sean. I can see him and a lot of other dudes working together. That's what's up though. I know I really enjoyed this project though. Really, no lie. Like I was pretty convinced more on Russ.
Nah, it was good though. I liked it. I fucked with it. I really do like Russ. It's just some of his shit. It's like okay, like we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. But then he is tapping into a whole new audience and trying. I feel like he's been demanding that respect for so long that's why he just keeps saying it. Like no, like don't sleep on me, blah blah blah. Like I do all my own shit. It's just it gets annoying.
It gets repetitive.
Yeah, I think it's just because I've been listening to him for a while.
Yeah. So
it's just hearing the same
shit.
shit.
People like me, like, I mean, this isn't really making me want to go back and listen to past projects. I'm kind of just going to wait and see what he does after this.
Yeah.
But knowing now that that's been his content wave, I'm like, all right, I can skip the past projects. Yeah. I'm good off of this.
Yeah, I would want to see what he does next. All right, so next up is Busta Rhymes I can't talk today. Extinction Level Event 2. Oh my God, we both fucked it up. I'm not even drunk.
Extinction Level Event 2. So
The Wrath of God.
Yes, man.
Oh wait, this is a reloaded one? Oh yeah, this is the one I listened to. Cause I seen he had
like a deluxe version?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just gonna listen to this, might as well. This was good.
Yeah, no, this was good. It's I mean, a lot of these tracks from what I found out are older.
Yeah.
There's a lot of older tracks.
Kind of hear it a little bit,
Yeah, the mixing in some of them is kind of different. But all in all, this was a great project. I don't know how long he took to make this, a couple years or so. Mm-hmm. He just, went into the lab and kind of like reinvented himself.
Yeah.
And just came out with a dope project, man. A lot of the vibes from the first Extinction Level event. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the whole end of the world theme.
Yeah.
Is apparent here.
The Chris Rock on it was amazing.
That first one, yes, with the World Is Yours.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Rock, Rakim, adding a verse on there, and Chris Rock, talking at the end. Yeah. That shit was amazing, man. It was a great way to start off the fucking album. And then I was enjoying more. I didn't mind the first half. It kind of like picked up more in the second half for me. A lot more tracks that just like appealed better to me and just felt like a lot more recent, a lot more modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good mix of everything, and I enjoyed it. My only thing with me is, and I hate saying this now because I used to do it all the time back in the day, but these albums are just fucking long.
Yeah.
Anything that's over an hour just kind of like...
But he is very much of that time.
Right, so you would expect to get that type of album.
Yeah, it was a couple songs that I was like, whatever about. I can't think of it right now. I think...
I can tell you right now. Let me see the track list.
Strap Yourself Down. I think I was like, whatever about. There's certain songs I was just like, all right, I didn't like his cadence. It was just weird. I was like, all right.
The Belle Biv DeVoe, the Out of My Mind, the sample,
that one I didn't
Poison,
like that one.
I hated that.
I didn't like the I guess kind of a remake with the Mariah Carey, like the part 2 with her. I wasn't feeling that one.
I really wasn't feeling the song with Q-Tip, Don't Go.
Yeah, no, I wasn't either.
Usually they make great shit together, but...
Yeah, it just wasn't hitting. But to combat that, I really did love the Rhapsody joint.
Yes, best I can.
And Kendrick, the first 2 songs, I believe, I really liked. I have to go back and check.
Yeah, Look Over Your Shoulder, great Kendrick verse. And it sucks when... that comes out and that's all people talk about. Like, yo, did you hear Kendrick's new verse?
Yeah.
Monster. And like,
but
it
like people have been
shit.
waiting forever.
Yeah.
It feels like. I think he's at his 2-3 year mark since Damn.
And he held his own on that shit. Busta really came through and delivered a tough ass verse to compete with Kendrick. But it's just, because Kendrick's Kendrick.
We've been waiting for a long time. I mean, granted, yeah, we've been kind of waiting a long time for Busta too. But after a while, people just stop waiting.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then they finally drop. It's like, all right, bet we're gonna listen. But it was good. I liked it. I liked most of it.
I like the fact that Busta got back in shape for this album to happen too.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that, but I mean it's Busta, so I figured. I just wish that they were able to like go back and mix things.
Oh, remix some of the older tracks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably thought they were just good to go and everything like that.
No, they weren't. Especially when you have like the year difference. I don't know what the year difference was, but like you have the difference compared to the newer mixed tracks.
Yeah.
So, it was like you kind of heard it. Like I remember, I think I was running when I was listening to this. I like kind of cringed a little bit. Like, okay.
No, it's a solid album all the way through. It just, but I could do without a couple tracks on there.
Yeah.
What's the running time on the reloaded version? It's like what? Hour 34 minutes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, I'm not gonna listen to this in one whole sitting.
My ear popped and you sounded like it was like underwater for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be listening to this in one whole sitting. I'd have to get through this in like sets, and that sucks about music nowadays. But it's just like there's so much going on and there's so much music. It's hard to go through one project or just have the time to really sit down and listen to a whole project.
Yeah,
that's an hour and a half long. Like, bruh, nah.
Though I've been really good with like my morning walks and like when I go running and shit. Yeah. And then that's when I'll like catch up with music now. Like I was I had to stop. I stopped. I was listening to Ty Dolla $ign shit and I stopped and I'm like, the fuck is this bullshit?
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
Oh my god, I stopped it and I hit you up. I'm like, oh my god, I can't.
That's how I knew it was serious too.
And then I ended up switching to, because I was listening to the podcast. I was listening to JVP, and they had started talking about Ty Dolla $ign. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. So then I had just started. So then I was like, all right. So I got off the pod, started listening to the project. Then I hit you up about it, and then I was listening to the pod. And at this point, I wasn't running anymore. I was walking. I'm like, what the fuck? And I hear Maul talking about it, and all of them. I'm like, yeah, no, I wasn't feeling it.
And I said I was gonna go listen to it, and I didn't, because I heard what they said and I heard what you said, and I was like, shit, man, this is probably not worth my time.
It was just very disappointing.
You expect so much more from him.
Yeah, and it like he has so many pockets, and Ty Dolla $ign is so fucking talented. Yeah. But the fact that it sounded just all the same. He got into like he switched it up with like the Music Soul Child track, which was really good. There's a track like the Call Tyrone, Erykah Badu joint that like they sampled that sounded. I didn't like his verse. I think Big Sean's on there. Big Sean did way better. I mean, even though it's singing and rapping is different. Yeah. But I didn't really like his part.
It's crazy, man.
Like part of it, I didn't.
It's
yeah.
almost, it's like the curse of these hook singers, like Akon,
Yeah.
T-Pain, Nate Dogg, Ty Dolla. Like they do great on hooks and features for other artists, but when it comes to making their own shit,
Yeah, you know
doesn't
what?
really pop off.
Well, I want to use that to get into another discussion. So
Okay.
I had a 3-hour talk with my sister last night.
Shout out to Velvet.
And what part of that was me catching up on the argument that I had last week that I talked about on the pod. And I'm telling her about it. And as a singer, like she got like, I was sharing the story in voice notes. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to have to call you because my blood pressure, because I had said it, she was like in the voice note, I got like heated and I was like, oh, I felt my heart. I was like, all right, I'm getting myself mad all over again, blah, blah, whatever. And then she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm getting pissed off. Like, I'm going to have to call you. So we talked about it. And so the whole thing is like me and this person in his mind were fighting over this one singer. When I said, you're trying to manage her. I'm not trying to manage.
All
I'm
right.
trying to develop and connect her with the right people and help her, with music. That's it. That's what I do. Like, that's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And he wants to manage her and, I have the power to make her a star and all this fucking bullshit. And then tells me, the artist that he's working with tells me pretty much, I guess he only kind of plans for her to be on 2 tracks. So I'm just thinking, you mean to tell me that, I'm going to make her a star. I'm going to blah, 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 this new sound that we're working on. And I want her to feature on 2 tracks off his upcoming project. And I'm like, so wait, you're fighting for this singer and you want to manage her and make her a star so she can be on 2 tracks on your artist's upcoming project, really? So I tell him, and me and this girl have had this talk before about like hooks and being a featured artist type of thing, getting in that box. And I told him, listen, I just had this conversation with her. She doesn't want to be a featured artist.
Right.
I was like, I don't have any type of like hand in her decision making. But I'm telling you right now, she does not want to do it. She wants to focus on herself. Well, a feature is just a cosign and blah, blah, blah. And depending on the content that she has, and I'm like, she has no content. That's why she wants to work on her original music. And like she wants to like put out covers so she can build the content for her own original. She doesn't want to be just a hook singer. And when me and her were talking, she got heated. She's like, I don't want to do hooks. I'm not trying to do hooks. Like, fuck this shit. Mind you, we just had a bad day at work. Yeah. So she was already mad. So she was like, no, I'm not trying to do hooks. Like, fuck that shit.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. So I don't know if they had spoke, but when I was telling Velvet about it, Velvet got pissed. She was like, yeah, what the fuck is that about? She was like, she was like, the way the artist he's managing is a rapper. Mm-hmm. She was like, I bet, did he have him starting off doing features? I was like, no.
Right.
So we were discussing the rappers versus singers.
Okay.
And why it is that, and I even told her about the discussion we had when you were like, why do singers feel weird about doing covers and, shit like that. But she was saying, she was like, his artist didn't start off as featuring on.
Most likely not.
No.
Yeah.
And we were talking, I'm like, rappers don't do that. They don't they'll give features out. Yeah. They'll give a verse here and there, some bars here and there, but their main thing starting off is original work.
Yes.
So why is it that this perception that a singer has to start off doing features and hooks for people instead of their own, like they can't do their own shit?
Apparently it's been turned into like the method to get into the game. You got to start with just being on people's hooks because it's hard to just come out the gate as an R&B artist.
But it's fucking stupid.
I agree. I think it's stupid. And if that is the method of how it starts out, I think it's pretty cheesy.
Yeah, but that's why. But that's why there's so many hook artists like Ty Dolla and like Janae before she actually was like, okay, no, fuck this. Yeah. But because nobody really knew Janae.
Right. I think that's what labels do just to get these rappers or to get these artists like popping. Like you throw Janae on the hook of whatever hot rapper's got an album coming out so that she can get her name out and the label can start making money off of this artist.
Yeah.
Like I think They did that with J. Cole, like when he fucking did the feature for Miguel. Yeah, see that right there. That's funny. When he did the fucking feature for Miguel.
Yeah.
What song was that?
Wait, who did a feature for Miguel?
J. Cole.
J. Cole? Oh, no, that was a few. They did at least like 3
What was the
songs.
first one he did?
First one. Fuck. All right, I'm going to look it up. Keep talking.
No, but basically what I'm saying is like J. Cole was fairly new at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And he went in and did that song with Miguel, and that pretty much helped J. Cole at least get it.
Wait, is it All I Want Is You?
All I Want Is You, yeah.
Yeah, because it was All I Want Is You. Then they switched it for Power Trip. So it was
Right.
J. Cole featuring Miguel.
Right.
And then J. Cole went back to feature for Miguel and Come Through and Chill.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's actually cute. I never realized that. I know they did the 3 songs, but I never realized that they would alternate kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like who would feature on what.
But that was, Miguel was a new artist and he needed someone to help him out, so that's where a rapper came in.
Yeah.
And put in a verse. So
Because Miguel was dangerously almost a featured artist.
yeah. And sometimes that's just how it ends up for a lot of these
He was
artists.
close to it. Because if they don't work on original, like, and you don't, and that's the misconception with singers, that they feel the pressure of having to write their own music, which rappers too.
Mm-hmm.
That's an artist thing. But it's just, I think that's where I think that's when they fit into that, especially the ones that can't write on their own,
Yeah.
that can't write at all, but they have the voice for it. They end up being, like Amani.
Yeah.
Like Amani's done music on his own, but Amani's known for being like Joe Budden's
Joe Budden's hook guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is nothing wrong with that.
Who was the guy for Dipset? I can't remember his name.
That did the hooks for Dipset?
Yeah.
No idea.
Not a lot, but he did a few. Frank Ocean almost ended up being he was kind of Odd Future's hook guy for a little short time.
And look
there.
what happened to him. He ended up being the fucking biggest star of that motherfucker.
Yeah, he also writes his own shit and writes other people's shit.
So it's crazy. And I wonder why. It's like you get, so many fucking singers that have natural talent and can just sing their ass off, but when it comes to writing, like they got no talent whatsoever.
No, it's just unfortunate. Like circling back, it's just unfortunate that like singers, like, homegirl that was saying that I keep her from opportunities.
Yeah.
It was me saying, no, don't feature. Like, cause like Velvet was saying, like, I get, like, she said, she was like, I get a bunch of messages. Like,
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, let's do a track together. Oh, I want you to do a hook for me, blah, blah, blah. And then, but she just wants to focus on her own shit. She's like, no, not really. Like, I'm good.
And it's got to be selective for people like that, too. You don't want to just jump on any regular dude's song. Yeah, it's got to fit what you're doing. It's got to not, work for your brand, as you say.
And Velvet also mentioned, she was like, because what if you're doing features for everybody, and what if you, what did she say? She's like, what if you do a feature where your part is good, even if it's not a feature, like it's just the hook. What if you do it's good, but the main guy is trash.
Yeah.
Now you have the trash song following you everywhere.
Right. And God forbid if the guy, like, if you live around the guy and he's going to perform and he asks you to come out, perform it live, now you're stuck doing that shit.
Yeah,
I've been in that
you're
position
not
before.
Feeling it, so
Yeah, I've been in that position before back in the days where I'd feature on somebody's song and dude's like, yo, we got to make a video for this, or yo, we got to perform this live, and I'm like, oh, really? Kind of wasn't expecting that. I thought it was just a feature kind of thing, and I'd be on the project and move forward. But yeah,
no, just
it happens.
A good no.
Speaking of Velvet, shout out to her. I heard what she did, the cover for D'Angelo. Mm-hmm. She killed it.
Yeah, she dropped it, and then I was about to hit her up, and then right after, because she just dropped, and I'm not really a fan of this, and I know I probably sound like a hater. I hate when they drop a song or just a sneak peek of a song, but there's no cover to it, so it's just, the audio note, it's just that. And
you don't know what it is.
No, it's just annoying to see. Yeah. Aesthetically, I hate that.
No, I feel you. It's got to be done better.
Just visually, I hate it. So when she did it, I'm like, no, you have you have a sister who does this.
Yeah,
I'm really good at cover arts. So I was about to hit her up, and then something happened. I forgot, and then I was going through like stories, and I came across hers, and she got a cover for it, and I'm like, I was like, I was gonna hit you up about this earlier, because girl, you cannot be dropping songs with no fucking cover.
Right. Even if it's just a picture of you that's like slightly edited, throw some graphics on it,
Yeah.
That's it. And I saw the one that she posted.
Yeah,
that was
no,
perfect.
she was good. Yeah,
Picture
no.
of her sitting down.
That was for her birthday.
That-
her friends took her out.
That is a perfect picture
She was
for that
like,
type
I
of...
was drunk as fuck in there. I was like,
Hell-
well, I
hell
mean, yeah.
It's better than
for
fucking putting... Yeah, you're right. The voice note fucking icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it bothers me.
Yeah, people do that.
Because we spoke about this a while back. She wanted me to like help her with her stuff while she's like music stuff and all that good shit. So I told her, I'm like, stop asking like you don't stop acting like you don't have my number.
Yeah.
Like, you know that I do this.
I know artists, some artists just want to learn how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
Shit,
but
know?
I'm seriously proud of her because she's learning how to record on her own, and she did that by herself.
Yeah.
So
no, great for her, man.
Like, she
It's
got the
fucking
system
awesome.
and everything. So she's doing really good. More shit is gonna be coming out from her. She's still like working on original, but she's gonna be like I don't even know when she's gonna actually start doing. I mean, I guess now because of D'Angelo, she's gonna start doing the covers.
Yeah.
Just so she can start building content in the meantime.
Yeah, I really want to learn how to like write more R&B stuff. I'd like to try, even though if I'm not singing it, I just would like to learn how to write.
Oh, that reminds me. I keep forgetting to ask them. Velvet actually wants to write a song with me.
Nice.
Because I guess I can write.
Yeah.
But I think I'm better with rappers when it comes to writing.
Okay.
Because it's like, I mean, I guess like from the poet standpoint.
Yeah.
And already my shit comes off, I guess. Like, I mean, I don't deliver it like it's like I'm rapping.
Yeah.
But I've had rappers like look at my shit and be like, oh, like look at the actual words and be like, this, you know, if you just kind of change it a little bit, this can be a song.
Yeah, because you got spoken word. The only thing that isn't apparent in your spoken word is flow, because you're not trying to fit it into a beat.
No.
So you're going more free range. So
yeah.
But if you look at the writing, yeah, you could mistake it for actual bars.
Yeah, like I can easily probably just write it to a beat or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never learned that though. I never like tried. But
it's easier than you think. I will say that.
Yeah, because there was another poet that me and her would go to like the community college out here, and we performed a couple times, and she writes to a beat.
Yeah.
But she doesn't write. It's not like when she performs it, she's not rapping. It's regular spoken word, but she writes it to a beat, and that's what helps her remember everything.
Right, because as long as you know how the beat works, you know you have a specific amount of time to fit the words in there. So if you got something and you got lyrics that go over, obviously you can just fix it up. Switch it, and then you learn the cadence and flows, and you got yourself a verse.
Yeah.
So it's definitely doable.
When I started writing to the beat with Ace's shit, that I kind of got that.
Yeah.
When I was just like, okay, so all right, there's a trumpet right here. Okay, now start. And then I'd like pause for this part right here. Okay, now go.
And then you learn, and then it's funny because fucking Ron Solomon, shout out to him, he doesn't know how to count bars.
Yeah.
So when I asked him the other day for 8 bars, he was like, yo, I think this is 8.
No, that shit was so cute when he showed me the video. I was like, aw.
I was like, oh, Ron. But luckily he got it right.
Yeah.
And then I told him we need 12, so he just added 4 more. I haven't heard the other 4, but yeah, it's just, and then I told him, you know what, man, next time I see you, we're going to learn how to count bars. I'm going to show you. Yeah. It's a fairly simple process. It's just
not,
nobody must have sat down and ever told him how.
Yeah.
But the fact that he knows how to write anyway, I'm like, good. I'm like, look, just learn. You don't have to change your writing style, but at least know what a bar is.
I'm good with counting bars. I mean, I don't do it for myself, but just, I guess, I think I learned it by myself. Because I always wondered, it's like years ago, I'm like, well, what technically is 12 bars, whatever. It depends for me to be able to count on like their, I mean, not cadence, but like their flow, like how they're rapping.
Yeah, because you can rap a certain way to like where you go over a bar and continue the line. Yeah. So there's different ways about going there.
Like, go ahead.
No, sorry. And then you have like, there's no name for it, but the old school like 2000s New York mixtape era where Fabulous is a perfect example where he would set up his bars where his first bar would be short, just a couple lines. Yeah. And then he would use that to set up a big punchline on the next bar. Mm-hmm. So that was a classic New York type of thing. Like every rapper was doing that, where you just say a couple things and you'd say 3 words, but your third word would rhyme with whatever you're going to use as a punchline on the next bar. Yeah, that was the thing. And then you have other dudes like we were just talking about that go over the bar and continue it, and that's another way of doing it too. So it's all different types of flows that you don't even know where they were invented from, but you know everybody does it.
It's just one guy started it, and then it was like, oh, that's dope, and they just copy.
Like Russ. You listen to the flow enough, it reminds you of old school Drake.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
You know what I mean? Kendrick, he's got his own style. Busta, his own style. Yeah. Ransom, we listen to, is another project.
Do not ask me to count bars from Busta because I will not do it.
Well, as I'm saying, when you count bars,
sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. Yeah.
Well, the one thing I'll tell people is like if you count bars, don't listen to what's being said. Listen to the beat. When the beat repeats and you see that it repeated, that's a bar.
Yeah.
And then you count that, and then you see 16 because that's not the normal.
Especially when
nowadays.
they have not even really listening to the words, but you can still listen to like their voice, and if they have like a certain like you can't describe it.
If they're ending it right at the pocket,
when you feel like you just know where the pocket would be depending on like how they're doing it, like how like their flow is and how they're delivering the bars.
And if it's basic, they're gonna have 4 bars that end with the same type of word, like that rhyme. Then the next 4 will be another word.
Oh yeah, that's easy
next
though.
4. That's
really
very
easy.
very basic, like a
basic
A
one.
B C D type of rhyme scheme.
Yeah. That's like I've been able to count your bars, guess. Like there are times where I'll just be listening to random music and then I will randomly start counting.
Yeah, I'm a stickler for that, man. Like I'm really like on top of like how they sound and counting them, and I'm trying to experiment more with going over and doing less. So it's all a process, but you learn more. And then I pay attention to all types of rap because even the new school guys like that don't do 16s, the way they write their shit and the way they structure it is really interesting. And it's like when you apply that to other beats yourself, you learn like, oh man, this is how they do it. Like I learned a lot from listening to like Lil Baby, The Baby, Gunna, Young Thug, the way they structure their raps, because it's very unique. Like they still get their point across, it just may not be as lyrical, but the way they do it is really fucking unique and interesting, and I can see why it's become such a popular new way to listen to music and the way to write music as well. So I think that's really cool the way they do it, and you learn something from it as an MC.
Yeah, because nobody's really like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. Nobody's really rapping
I'm not doing
like that.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years ago, a friend of mine. Yeah, like I'm not doing that. I'm not. The style has changed so much now. Like it just has to be done a certain way. Like you gotta have more swag in your inflection. You gotta have a little more energy.
It's all about like the evolution of hip hop.
Yeah,
and
man.
Everything's gonna change.
I just don't like where it's at now. Where this is the status. This is like the bar.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling that, man. You're not really. I don't know. It's not that you're not saying much, and we've had this conversation. We've probably beat this horse dead a bunch of times, but when you have these faster beats, you're just limited into what you can say. You really can't really give a detailed punchline.
Yeah.
Like you're literally saying shit like hot like lava, cold like snow.
Is there anybody who still delivers punchlines?
That delivers like straight up punchlines. The last person that did it really effectively and like that was their style, that was really good, I would say was Fred the Godson.
Okay, yeah.
For
a second, I thought you were about to say Lloyd Banks. I'm like, well, duh.
No, but like more current,
current.
But even Banks slowed down from that.
No, Banks
New York
did.
mixtape punchline. Like he was focused more on flow.
He was fucking amazing at it.
His punchlines was the best though. But that's the thing.
God,
like
he was amazing at it.
Punchlines become so repetitive. There's only so many different ways you can say my gun is big as this.
Yeah.
Or my gun's the size of this.
But I think that's when the change and the evolution. It's like, okay, time to change everything now. Is when it gets like. Okay.
And there's no creativity
Freddie
in the punchlines.
is good with the punchlines. So I forgot about him. Yeah, he's good with the punchlines.
He is. I would say he's more flow. I haven't really heard a Freddie punchline.
No, not like how like in its heyday punchlines,
Gotcha.
But compared to like nobody doing punchlines at all, in that sense. So I just keep hitting this. I don't really think there's anybody who does punchlines anymore.
No, it's hard to find it because everything's been said. I feel like there's not really much you can do. Like I remember a time where everybody was rapping like my car's the color of this, or my shit's the color of this.
One.
Like Jadakiss, he started that. Like a coupe same color as dandruff.
Yeah.
Like and then motherfuckers started using that type of setup for a bar.
Yeah.
Or my gun's the size of this. I got guns the size of Little Bow Wow. Like motherfuckers would start using that, but comparing it to other little shit.
Yeah.
So it's like those styles that got just like flows that got trashed, and like now niggas are finding new ways to like keep you entertained during a rap. There's only so much you can say. There's only so much you can brag about. You have to find new ways to say it.
Like the God, I can't. The metaphors and the similes there. I'm like, I can't fucking talk right now. Those haven't gone away. They're just not as like I guess prevalent as much.
Well, yeah, similes. No, the similes.
But I feel like there's more like, No, similes are being overused.
They're overused because
they're way overused. I'm sorry.
On all these quick beats, niggas say like throughout the whole fucking song.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Because I'm like this, like yeah, like nah, bro. I'm not feeling all the like. It's too many likes.
Too many likes.
Too many likes. Too many likes. It's
Don't double tap that shit anymore.
too many double taps on this motherfucker.
No, similes are way overused. I think. I mean, metaphors are still around. It's more like illusions and shit like that.
I'm on your bitch like, fuck on your bitch like. Something,
I feel
something
like illusions should be used more.
The word illusions?
No.
Oh, A-L-L.
Yeah, illusions. Sorry.
Yeah.
Illusions should be used more in rap.
Well, these are.
I mean, sometimes, but it's
these
like,
are literary terms that people probably use that don't use. Like I, for one, like using alliteration in my raps.
Yeah, you're good with that.
I like that. I appreciate that. It gives it a nice little pop to everything when you can do that in a line.
No, you're good with
metaphors. Thank you. Metaphors, definitely wordplay, entendres. You know, I'm big on that. It's just when you appreciate lyricism and you listen to a lot of lyrics, a lyricist, you pride yourself on making your own type of rhyme schemes and your own type of flows and your own type of shit.
Because it all like equates to your style.
Yeah, it stands out. Like motherfuckers remember punchlines. Like one of my favorite punchlines on Kick and Snare was where I'm talking about I smoked the L by myself, so my circle got smaller. Yeah, like the L got smaller. Like that shit, like that's real to me. It's like it's got meaning behind it, and it's a punchline. Motherfuckers like, yo, that's right. Like my circle got smaller, so I kept the L longer. Like that's fucking dope to me. It's like my little shit that I had to do, or like the parenthood line. Like parenthood's the scariest hood that I'll ever go to. Like that's wordplay. That's metaphor right there. Like that shit makes you think, and that's what really captures the listener. So when they come back to me and be like, yo, that parenthood line, that's strong. I'm like, that's what I did it for.
Yeah.
Because I need you guys I'm not just giving you a song that you can fucking dance to and just repeat the hook over and over and then you forget about it because you don't know what the fuck was said in the lyrics. I'm giving you something that you can learn off of in the motherfucking lyrics. That's why my shit is the way it is. That's why it's dope.
There was this, I mean, he gives a few, like going back to Russ, he did give a few like double entendres, but there was one, it wasn't from him. It was, I think, Black Thought or no, King Crook. And that shit was like, I stopped. I was like, well, damn, that was actually
I'm mad that you don't know it now. Cause
I'm so upset.
They were going fast as fuck.
Oh,
still
shit,
rhyming.
we got to break. Fuck.
Where we at?
37. All right, let's break. I'm ready.
And we're back. And we're back. Okay, so, man, let me just say, first and foremost, I am so proud of you because you went ahead and listened to me and took my advice.
Yeah.
You took my advice on a monumental piece of television programming known only as Kirby Enthusiasm, or as I like to call it, Kirby's.
Oh, my God.
That's
it's
right.
like, I fucking love it.
You know, it's funny. I heard that song on a commercial years ago before I even saw the show. Like, it was just a regular, I forget what type of product it was for, but it was just a commercial. And then when I heard that fucking song, I'm like, yo, this sounds so familiar. And then that song has just been stuck in my head. Anytime I run into a weird moment at a show or just in general, I hear that song playing in the back of my head.
I kind of want to, like, instead of introduce you at the next show, just play it.
Oh, yeah, I would love to come into that
and
song.
Like the don't like the music that they play in between scenes when you see him walking and shit.
Someone else mentioned that to me before. Like, we should have walk-up music when you announce us. Kind of like a wrestling theme. Like, you know, like...
Who is that?
I think it could have been Guess.
I was about to say, I'm like, that sounds like Guess or Yost.
It makes perfect amount of sense, though. You should. Because I've seen it done in other showcases, too. But, like, there has to be a DJ there, obviously, who can play it on point real quick and then fade it out.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. But walk-up music is dope. But, yeah, Kirby Enthusiasm. Larry David, the co-creator of Seinfeld, went ahead and did his own show. I think it's like, 11 seasons long now at this point? 10 seasons. The 11th one's coming soon.
It is coming soon. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
He's been filming it. I just, I'm sure it got slowed down with COVID.
Yeah.
And a couple of characters had passed away, but they kind of went over that. Well, Funkhauser, he died. That's why he wasn't in the last season.
Yeah, I was wondering that because they kept alluding to him, and then they brought his brother in, but it was what's his name?
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I figured, your sweater fell. Sorry, and that's why I got distracted. I just saw it floop.
Right, that's no problem. Yeah, great show, but
yeah, it was good.
So, what are your initial thoughts of the show? Let's just go right into that.
It was interesting. I keep fucking hitting this mic. It was interesting in the beginning because
you saw it from the first season.
Yeah.
Okay.
The very first episode, it opens up and he's playing, but like when you're like slacks, when you're like guys are wearing the slacks in high school, like I told you, like I would get like the guy pants and like cut them up and shit. You do get like the tent,
Yes.
And he's just poking at it.
Yep. The tent.
And
Classic.
and it was just like, what? Like, it threw me off. It's very Seinfeld, but rated R.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of, like, we were talking like Supernatural and how The Boys is Supernatural, but rated R.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me
It's
of.
a rated R Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It was HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were able to do all that shit. I loved when they did, like, the reunion.
Yes.
Literally the reunion.
The
The
Seinfeld
episode
reunion,
was
yeah.
named The Reunion. And you have them all there, and George, or Jason, is trying to get with Cheryl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that Larry is George Costanza.
Yeah, no, oh my God. Throughout the entire season, when anybody is talking about Seinfeld to Larry, they're like, and George, like, what a fucking moron. Or like, oh, he was obnoxious. And then Jason himself is talking shit about the character George.
Yeah.
And he's just like, nah, like, nobody likes him. Larry's like, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah. And you just see the hurt in Larry's face, like personally attacked. It was just funny. And I also like the Steinbrenner.
With George Steinbrenner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they kind of, how they did little things. Like, there was one that he's on the couch, but like he's on the phone, or I think he's just on the couch, and he's talking in that voice.
Yeah.
And moving his head around a lot. So I'm like, okay, that's like a ode to that.
Yeah.
It's like little things here and there. What was it? There was another one where it was like softball team, and the mechanic was running the softball team. And I think, the mechanic, I believe.
Yeah,
and the guy was like talking about like George Steinbrenner. I'm like, how do you just, and they're not talking about the character from Seinfeld.
Right.
They're actually talking about somebody who used to own the mechanic shit,
right.
The shop. So I thought it was, there's like so many little like Easter eggs in that show, and it's fucking amazing.
That guy actually from that softball, he's I don't know if you know Triumph, the insult comic dog.
No.
Oh, okay. He does the voice.
That's him?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. It's Smigel, I think. I could be Robert Smigel.
No idea. My God, that's so funny.
Yeah, he did.
I was when his voice did sound familiar.
He's done a lot of writing. He's a writer, so he's done a lot of movies. He's done a lot of shows. I think he's done stuff on SNL as well. Like, and then Triumph the Insult Comic Dog was like a really popular character of his. So he's just on there. It's like,
I heard. I didn't know the guy that did the dog.
Yeah.
But I heard that guy was involved in like mad shit. I didn't
he's
know he
hilarious.
did like everything, like movies and SNL.
Hilarious. And then you also notice in like these shows where a lot of these other like actors and extras come from. You notice so many fucking people that have been on that show.
They
so many guest people.
Like, I love how like they acknowledge Seinfeld, but they use a lot of the same actors.
Yeah.
So it's not just like the doctor that was in one of the doctors that was in Seinfeld was his doctor. The one that he got his phone number. And he was like, okay, fine. Like, here's my number. Just call service. But then he calls him.
Yeah.
And then he says like, oh, and your house. So he's like, how do you know about my house? Oh, like, when they gave me your number, they gave me your address. And you're like, you're right there. You got the awning and blah, blah, blah. And then when I think some guy goes to like beat Larry up, Larry runs out, and he was just, I guess, like on the treadmill or the bike. So he's coming out in shorts and he's running around the neighborhood, and he goes to the doctors. That same doctor was in Seinfeld as a doctor.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that part.
Remember the speed dial in Seinfeld?
Yes.
She is the girlfriend in, I think, like last season. The one that talks about the guys and calls him Larry Longballs.
Larry. Well, there's so many moments in that show. And like I have to go back and listen. I see the episodes, but like everything, like once you see, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the episode where this happens. This is the episode that happens. I think one of the funniest ones I saw recently was it was a newer one, the last season, where they're at the golf club, and the waitress is the girl from Broad City.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was sweating into the soup.
No, don't say it. No, because I still have like 3 episodes.
Oh, I thought you finished. My bad, bro.
No, I haven't finished.
My bad. Well, she's in it, and she's a funny episode with her. But yeah.
No, it's
so now I can't talk about it. Fuck. But yeah, that was a great episode.
You're good. It was just like it's the last 3 episodes.
All right, so it's probably one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be one of those. What was I gonna say? I forgot. And I seen Vivica Fox is thinking about coming back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's thinking about coming back, and then I think I don't know who else died though. I figured Funkhauser did.
Yeah, Funkhauser. I could be wrong about somebody else.
Because he was like really into the
but
show.
Funkhauser was dope. I love Richard Lewis.
Yeah.
I just love Richard Lewis. Is funny as hell in there.
It was kind of painful to see him
age.
Yeah. From like.
Yeah, from where that's the first thing I noticed too. Like, yeah, this guy's old.
Yeah.
Like. Maybe it was the makeup. I don't know, but they made him look really old.
Like, and like he started like crouching over.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of hurt me doing that. Ow. But like, it was just funny because it reminded me when he was in Princess Bride.
Okay.
He was playing a super old man and he was like crunched over. So now to see.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh God, you're so old.
Yeah. And I love the whole dynamic. We talked about this before of Larry and his agent's wife, Susie.
Yeah, some of their relationship reminds me of me and you.
A little bit. Yeah, you probably wouldn't curse at me as much.
No.
But you could if you would.
Yeah.
Or you would if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I can see that happen.
Yeah, because I'm like,
idiot.
I don't hate him that much, but it's just so funny to see them in like drop of a dime cursing each other out.
Yeah.
When everything is cool and like copacetic, like everything's fine.
Wait, did you see the episode where he got her something for her birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The picture. Yeah.
And then Jeff is like, "What the fuck is that?" And then calls him like the next day or 2 days later. It should have staring at me.
Bro, that was the best part.
I can't even get a snack. It just stares at me.
Oh, the racist dog, the German dog.
That's the episode I just finished.
Yo, tell me that wasn't good.
Oh, that was good. And like the dog gets in the
Hated
car.
Jews.
He's like, "Hail Hitler!" And
Well, I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God,
I really
was
be feeling
amazing.
sometimes like I hate Logic for this about people because he called himself hip hop's Larry David, and I always feel like that was something I wanted to do myself. He's called himself that.
He's definitely not.
Because my idea too, and it's kind of like what Lil Dicky, his show on FX, kind of is. It's kind of like a hip hop version of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that's kind of an idea that I always had in my head. Yeah. Like, if I'm ever able to make a TV show, I want to make a hip hop version of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like my life as a rapper coming up, mixing up or like mingling with other rappers and like the crazy situations that I go through trying to come up. Like that idea for Dave was essentially an idea that I had in my head for like the longest fucking time. And it sucks because it was gonna, come to fruition at some point. Yeah. But it just works so much better when you have like a white Jewish rapper that actually plays that type of part. Yeah. Like for me, it wouldn't make much sense, but that really is how I am in real life. Yeah. I'm like that a lot. Yeah. But it looks better when it's like this guy with a Jew fro who can fucking rap. It just makes more sense. Yeah, that I see. I don't know what the fuck Logic is talking about. I feel like you made that up. No, he said he's hip hop's Larry David. He said that before. Fuck out of here. I know. He's I don't buy that at all. Like PG person anyway. Mm-hmm. No, Dave I can see. I haven't seen Dave in a while. I haven't caught up. But Dave is definitely. Caught up on that? No, I think I'm trying to think. You could. There ain't much. There ain't that many episodes. It's not much. I forgot where I left off at. I'll probably watch it. Not from the beginning, but like the beginning of season 2. Yeah. Because I know I was somewhere in season 2. I just don't remember where. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Yeah, that's a great show. And I can't even hate on it because that's exactly Kurt is amazing. How I But you know what's funny? I got lost. So the time gap, like when season 9 was like technically like 2 years ago or some shit, or 3 years ago. So that's where they took the break and he came back with the show. Yes. I was confused a little bit because I'm like, wait, why is Ted asking for Cheryl? Like, damn, didn't they just divorce? Like, I didn't realize that much time had passed. Right. Because it just like seamlessly like just went in. I'm like, okay, beginning of the season or whatever. And then by the time like I'm watching and I'm like, damn, they look a lot much older because the way they had set it up, it wasn't like it didn't really end and like the beginning wasn't like, oh, this miraculous comeback. Like it just flowed together. That's usually which I really liked. And at the end of the 9th season, he had said like he was debating whether or not to do a 10th season, and then he decided to. So it was able to pick up just like that because he was comfortable ending it the way it ended in season 9. Mm-hmm. With how'd it end? I think the divorce with Cheryl. They broke up. No, that was like 8. Oh, okay. Oh, all right then. Because 9, they're already divorced. They're already divorced. Okay, so I'm getting my seasons mixed up. Season 8, there was the whole like divorce and shit. But that's the way he does it. Like however he ends it, like it's open-ended. Like you could end the show right there, no problem, because either way, the basis of the show is just him getting in awkward situations every time.
Yeah, with the fatwa and the court scene.
That Fatwa, that season was amazing.
Oh my god, that season was amazing. But it was just funny to me because I'm like, all right, this feels like an ending because that's how Seinfeld kind of ended.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and it was so weird how Seinfeld ended, and they talked about it on the show too. But it was just funny to me. I'm like, okay, I think this is it.
You got to put a bow on it. Like I could see, the only way I could see it ending is if somehow he dies. They just make it so he dies.
I'm sure.
You know, like for him to go out, because I could see him still making these like well into his 80s.
Yeah,
Just,
he would do it.
You know, I
How
don't think
old
he'd
is
mind.
he?
I think he's close to 70. I could be wrong.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. But no, that show was fucking phenomenal.
That shit had so many like.
That nigga is my spirit animal. Yes. Oh,
And
the big
when-
vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wait, it's like vibrating.
The big vagina. That's what she
That's
said.
static. But yeah, the. Because he's like, you know, goes to Jeff.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, she said.
He said you had a little. Oh no, wasn't this? It
Yeah.
was-
No,
oh, she had a large vagina.
It was the biggest vagina. That shit was so funny. And then Larry's like, what? Like this? Like this?
Meanwhile, there's another dude in the room sleeping.
And then what was it? And then later on with the whole Fatwa shit towards the end, when the guy he's talking and he puts the notepad, he was like, "Is like that? Like, you know, was that the like what?" And then she's like, "Yes, I have a big vagina." And then he goes, "Yeah, big enough to hide a baseball." And I forgot what else was up there, but that shit was the phone.
Yeah.
When she's like fluffing the pillow, and he calls Lewis, you know, like, call me, call my phone. And he calls, and as she's fluffing the pillow, he's like, it's vibrating in her cooch. I thought that shit was amazing.
No, there's so many good fucking moments in that show, and it's just like Seinfeld. Like they have 2 or 3 different like mini storylines that all kind of meet up at the end, and it just makes for good fucking TV, man. It's just the fact that you can turn that into 10 seasons of shit is just amazing.
Oh my god,
That's why, man. Like, dude's like one of my comedic like
70,
influences.
he's 73.
73. Like he could still go on. He could still pull this off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't mind. But then again, 10 seasons is more than enough. Like, dude entertained us and made a hell of a show on HBO. Like I fuck with that shit heavy. Curb is definitely like my. If y'all trying to learn anything about me, you can watch some Curb and just watch Larry David. That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And that's probably gonna be me when I'm 73 for sure.
I'm trying to think. I think he's the only actor who died.
Probably, yeah. I probably was mistaken with another show.
Yeah, no, it was just Funkhauser.
There's
I'm
been
like,
so
oh,
many
no,
fucking guest stars in that show, man. Like, did you see the episode with John Hamm, the dude from Mad Men? Have you seen that one yet? That was in the previous season, so it might be in those last 3 episodes.
It might be. I haven't seen anybody from Mad Men.
Okay, all right.
Wait, because I'm not really that good with actors' names. Are you
John
talking?
Hamm, the main dude.
Oh no, I haven't seen him. No.
Okay. Well, I won't give it away, but basically he's doing a movie role and he's studying Larry David, so he's becoming Larry in that episode.
That has to be amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
I
So
can't
everything
see
from like talking, dressing, glasses, like
Everything? Oh, I
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
love
it's a
it.
good episode too.
He's such a good actor, that guy.
Yeah, and just the way that because it really is like Seinfeld. It's about nothing. Like these
Yeah.
are just random normal occurrences.
There are some moments where I feel like Larry is Seinfeld, is Jerry in a sense. Like it's weird sometimes.
Well, I mean, because they're both from the comedy world, you know, and they both kind of have the same thought process on stuff.
Yeah, it's like you can definitely tell that. I don't know. Like it feels like he had influence on Jerry's character.
Yeah, I mean, they were writing partners. I mean, they created Seinfeld together, so that
Yeah.
whole aesthetic, that whole vibe of Seinfeld, like that is really Larry.
Yeah.
It's just Jerry was the guy that like delivered it.
Yeah.
Better.
There's just like certain things where I'm like, this is definitely George, but I can definitely say like all the fucking random women that he's been with.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, but the way he ends it is very George.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's dope too. If I ever get my own TV show, you best believe I'm getting all the hot women in Hollywood to be my girlfriends.
No, the way he
Absolutely.
ended it, because the speed dial chick is from the one that was the whole speed dial thing. Her mom gets poisoned.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So she's from like Gilmore Girls. Like she did mad shit. Lauren or Laura, I forgot her real name. Graham or some shit like that.
I know you're talking about, yeah. I don't remember her name, but I remember you talking about.
Yeah, she. So in the show, he pretty much he fucks it up, huh?
Long ball area.
Yeah. So he because she was like telling stories about her exes and like graphic, shit like that. And he like at a dinner party, and he mentioned it like, maybe not like telling these stories. She's like, oh, Susie loves them, and he's like, I'm worried that I would be it. So he's talking to Leon. And Leon tells him to like, make her like sign like almost like an NDA.
Yeah.
And that's how he ends up losing her. And as like, he's just like, Tahoe, like sign it and you get Tahoe Larry. Because the entire episode, you're just like, what happened in Tahoe?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? So it was funny.
That was a fucking great show. Now I got to get back into that shit. So Curb, that's what we on.
Oh man.
Curb Enthusiasm. Now I got to get back to it.
Have you kept watching Supernatural or no?
Only a couple episodes. I got into some other shit. Called it was on Netflix called Man with the Plan. Mm-hmm. Dude from Friends, Joey.
Yeah.
Is that Joey was the guy? Yeah. Matt LeBlanc, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a show. The premise of it is this guy with 3 kids. Mm-hmm. He ends up, I guess he still has a job, but his wife, who usually was taking care of the kids, decides to go back to work. So now he's taking care of the kids. He's taking them to school. He's the classroom dad. Mm-hmm. And it's just fucking funny. And there was an episode I was watching the other night where it's they find a couple that they really like. Mm-hmm. And it's like, damn, you know what? It's like, this is cool. We don't even have to make up about the kid being sick. Like, we want to hang out with them. So they're in their kitchen fixing up drinks for the couple. And as they go back into the living room to give the drinks to the couple pulls that same shit. Like, hey, we got to go. Our kid is sick. And I was thinking, like, yo, how many times have I done that to people? Use my kid as an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sick kid. He's like, you got sick kidded? I'm like, yeah, we sick kidded people. And I thought about that, like, yo, how many times have I sick kidded somebody? But then again, how many times have I been sick kidded? Like, I'm making plans to go meet up with a couple and everything. We're gonna hang out and do some double date shit. And then they say, our kid's sick. We're not gonna be able to make it tonight, guys. Yeah. And they get out of it.
Oh, I've worked with people that got out of work. Like, there's this one manager that I would have to close, then open the next day and still close, and then I would have to cover his shifts because it was like my daughter this, my daughter that.
Right. After a while, it's just like, bro, you can't.
No, at one point, I'm like, I'm sorry, but you don't even got full custody of the bitch. Like, what? Like, and I said it because I couldn't, and this is like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I definitely did not have a filter at all. And
so you wouldn't care? Yeah, you was saying
no, like I was really, and this is after like I just had like within like a year had conversations of, listen, like you gotta tame what you're saying, blah blah blah, and this and that. Like you can't just be so blunt. Like my bosses and shit talking to me. So for weeks we're dealing with this shit. And we're in a manager meeting, and the boss came down to talk to him about it. Like, why is it that, like, one time they thought I was sleeping in the office, but I was so fucking exhausted. Yeah. So I rested my head, and I get a text message, "Are you okay?" Like 5 minutes later, I'm like, "No, I'm good." But I also I've been working nonstop. I hadn't have any days off because I've been having to cover the guy. And I just go, "I'm sorry, but like, you don't even have full custody of the bitch."
Yeah,
like,
you are rude.
And then they all like stop and look. One of the guys just went off to the side and laughed. Yeah. And then he just started stuttering, and he was hard. This guy was fucking horrible. And like, me and him were so good, but he would all of a sudden he was throwing me under the bus. One day the boss had to come down and talk to us. It was right after that meeting. It was like the next week. Because I was like, shit, I fucking wish I had kids so I can get off of work.
That's what I'm saying. So I try not to use that excuse at all, really. I mean, because when my kid's sick.
I mean, like, every once in a while is not a problem.
Yeah, I just don't want to make it a habit where people think now, if I ever tell them, like, yo, I can't make it because my kid's sick, I don't want y'all thinking I'm faking it. If I ever use that now, I pretty much put myself out there. I was debating that.
Every once in a while, I don't think it's a problem.
Well, because kids do get sick. And I got 2 of them, so chances are they increase.
Yeah,
so
of course.
that I might not be able to go out to a show one time. I might not be able to come to a hangout because my kid's sick. I want to stay home with him.
So do you want to save it for like real life, or if it's like safe? I know I would use the excuse if it was cold, because I fucking hate being cold. Like when it's this cold, So wintertime, I hate leaving my house.
I try not to. I try not to use that excuse at all because
I use parking as an excuse because I have no parking here.
Oh, I've gone.
But if I had a kid, I'd be like, my kid's sick,
I've driven
sorry.
2 places to hang out, shows, and not been able to find parking. And if it's more than 5 minutes, I fucking have left. And then I've been scheduled to perform, and I get a text message or a DM like, "Yo, where you at?" Be like, "Yo, I can't make it tonight."
Yeah.
But I was literally
Family
right
emergency.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
I think I did that one night at fucking Greenhouse. I had to go to Jersey City. I had to leave the
I
Greenhouse
remember
early
that.
to go do a performance. Couldn't find parking.
Yeah.
Had to real quick found one last second. Parallel parked horribly. Went inside and the beat was playing for me to go in. I had to go and do the fucking song right away. Didn't even get to warm up. Nothing.
Yeah, no, that Jersey City spot. I mean, I love that spot. It's dope as fuck. Me and
Oh, you
Velvet.
know the spot. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a bar.
I went there. Me and Velvet went just to catch a show. You weren't there. I know Sade was there. K Poetic and Ola were there. I forgot who else. And then on the spot, they're like, "Oh, you're here to judge." I'm like, "Hey, Keith first."
You got thrown right
I
into
was
it.
like,
Damn.
because Keith came up to me. I'm like, "Hi first, and second, no, I came to watch, but do you need a judge?" Because they just had a shirt vendor there judging.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, "Hey, can you judge?" And then I came in, and I'm just like, we sat down. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have fucking paid then. Because the first time I had a judge when we met,
Yeah.
I didn't have to pay.
That's what's up. And I found that video the other day.
I know that was so
right.
cute where you see me in the back.
Yeah, you just writing down like, this is the illest nigga ever.
No, I wrote down a number. First off, I wrote down
You look
number.
very, very interested in whatever it was, that paper.
Yeah. No, like I mean, I wrote some notes so I can like go back because you know me and my notes. I love notes. But yeah, it was just funny because when you went up, I just remember thinking like, he ain't a kid. The fuck. And then, but I'm like, so I was
You're
like,
not a kid.
I was like, who is that? Wait, I missed the name because it kept happening. I was like, wait, I was like, I didn't catch a name. And then she was like, I think that's Kid Pro. I'm like, there ain't no fucking kid.
It's a grown ass man right there calling himself a kid.
And then I'm like, I'm looking at you. I'm like, yo, does he look familiar? Like, I think I've seen him before. But at the time, we were only going to shows in like Brooklyn.
Right.
So that was like my first time actually going to shows around besides my own show. So yeah.
I think at the time, I don't even, because of whatever your fucking profile pic was at the time, I didn't recognize you when I saw you. Like, I know I was following you. Mm-hmm. So you said the name, and you said your at name, which is crazy to fucking even say nowadays. Yeah, you know me, I'm at I Am Kid Pro. That's written by Sade. Nigga, you know us. Like, now your picture I could tell is you. I'm like, all right, that's Sade. But before, whatever picture you had, I just did not recognize you. Whatever it was. This was fucking years ago.
Oh, no, I remember. It was when I was like a redhead. And I had like
Probably.
my all that hat. And yeah, that was my last one.
Probably, yeah.
And then when I went back to blonde, I realized I still had that. And I think we met when I was a blonde. So I'm looking, I'm like, I think it's about time I change my shit.
I think so. Yeah, I remember that night. Yeah, but that's why
I had
recognized
that
you.
same one for mad long. And then I was talking, I think I was Velvet or one of my sisters. I'm like, I should probably change my shit. She was like, yeah, bitch, you haven't been a fucking redhead a minute. I was like, you're right.
I think I do remember saying that I did follow you. I was like, oh, yeah, I know about you. I follow you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because I took out my phone. I was like, wait, oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we realized.
And I was like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, I follow you. Yeah. And then it went from there.
That was an insane night. That was
Oh,
crazy.
man.
I had been following you for a minute
That's what's up. Yeah.
when
And
I was on my hunt for fucking artists for
probably,
the show.
yeah. And probably when you followed me, I probably followed you back right away.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, yeah. And
Yeah.
then that night, yeah, my fucking car broke down. K Proetic and Olive fucking jumped my car.
Yeah.
Obi was with me. Oh, yeah, it was an insane night.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. I didn't know. I mean, I like when you used to talk about OB, like after like when we started getting close and shit. I'm like, I feel like, do I know OB? That sounds so familiar. And then I was like, oh shit, yeah, because I think I had talked to him for. Did I talk to him at all? No, I didn't. But I remember like, okay, writing OB beats and like it being the one producer and him on stage.
That's
yeah.
right. He was the producer that time, that night. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck
He's
was
so
going on?
cute.
Yeah. My bad. We just watching some cat action on the side. Some pussy action. I know it was weird. Right? I said,
Do we even have a name for this?
for this one, I was gonna say Larry Longballs, but no. Low tier part 2. No, I'm good off that. No, I don't have a name.
Nah, I don't know.
We
but
gotta get into it, but it's about that time now. All right, and we back. Episode 64, Lyrical Fix Pod. You know what the fuck it is.
What is that? No, but it seriously wasn't going.
It's time for America's favorite fucking segment.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
If you don't know, where we play you some brand new music from artists inside and outside of Jersey who we feel you need to take a listen to and check out. So for this week's entry, we got a spitter from Jersey by the name of Yaladysprospect at Yaladysprospect on Instagram. You can check out his stuff. He put out a brand new project called When in Rome. One of the songs that we're about to play right now, actually the only song for this week we're going to play right now, is a song that he actually he previewed to me and Villa months ago at the Greenhouse. He was like, yo, I'm working on some new shit. Wanted y'all to hear it. And when we first heard it, we was like, yo, it's just fucking dope. The beat's like on some new style beat. You're rapping like more of a modern flow. Like, I can fuck with this.
Yeah.
We told him that. So it's nice to see where it came from to where it is now. He's put it out. I don't know if he did any alterations to it when he first did it, but track as hard as it was when we first heard it. So I fuck with it a lot. It's called How. So we're going to play that off of the When in Rome project that just released about a month ago, I believe, from Prospect. Again, it's called How. Don't know who produced it, but dope-ass track. Let's get into it.
All these niggas trapping, say the game but ain't stacking. Niggas ain't really rapping, or maybe they capping. Play the field wasn't easy, shit was on Madden. Niggas always wanna eat, but they ain't never bring napkins. How is all these niggas trapping? Say the game but ain't stacking. Niggas ain't really rapping, or maybe they capping. Play the field wasn't easy, shit was on Madden. Niggas always wanna eat, but they ain't never bring napkins. Earn my money, I don't choose to flex. Debit card running through a check. Risk it all, niggas wanna bet. Never off the muscle, had to make it stretch. Fuck a bitch, I ain't pushing up. I'm staying grounded, things looking up. Niggas worry about the wrong shit. While I'm grinding, niggas thinking clips. Stuffing baggies, focused on fits. Want me to quit, but I'm too legit. I pick and roll, then I tell them switch. I'm off and on, but I never switch. I'm going mad cause I'm fucking pissed. Let me check cause I had a list. Raise the bar, gotta uplift. My niggas round me, can't let them slip. Now it's all these niggas trapping. Say the game but ain't stacking. Niggas ain't really rapping, or maybe they capping. Play the field wasn't easy, shit was on Madden. Niggas always wanna eat, but they ain't never bring napkins. How is all these
Niggas always want to eat, but they never want to bring napkins. Me, anytime I got into a fucking potluck, I was the first nigga to provide napkins. I'm like, hey, y'all need napkins? Dinner plates? I got plasticware. I can hit the dollar store right now. I get the dollar napkin joints. No, it's gonna be stop. Yeah. That's real shit though. Anytime that I got offered for work potluck, I'd be the first nigga to be like, look, I'll get drinks, napkins, plates. Y'all gonna need that shit. I went right into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my style. I wasn't trying to cook no Pro's chicken wings, Pro's barbecue wing. Nah, y'all get Pro's napkins from the dollar store.
Pro's napkins from the dollar store.
From Dollar Tree.
All right, so if you don't know, somebody I came across on Instagram, Genra. Well, it's like genre. Genre?
Genre. You just spell it different.
Just genre, right?
Yeah, genre.
It'd still be genre.
Genre.
All right. So genre, dope ass track. What? What?
It's never an if you don't know segment if you're not fucking up the artist name.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Was that Genra?
Genra. Well, no, I didn't say Genra.
I know. As an example, I'm just
So
genre. I'm just we fucking with you. We don't mean that. Just
no.
Sade.
No,
sometimes she murders these names.
Yeah. I'm always fucking up names. All right, so this is Joe Pesh from Genre.
I love the cover art with the Joe Pesh
right
there. Yeah,
fire,
the
right?
animated. Yeah.
Woke up in the morning with a cold sweat and noticed no threat. I took a go, but had a goat up in my throat. Snack,
Somebody
no rest, felt like I saw a ghost, but it was Joe Pesh.
lyrics
Pressing slow for my crow's nest. 3 in the morning zoning, took my daily melatonin. No condoning, my mind is roaming. I'm well outside the moment, homie. That is not an omen. I promise you that the moment needs some fine tooth combing, like Rhyming with Fonte Coleman. Lady sleeping, I'm thinking maybe I'm ill right now. Charged like electric hills, I can't sit still right now. Got no option but to tell you how I feel right now. I got family in Cali to Fayetteville right now. But I'm on some prolific hieroglyphic. I need doctor visit, gassing like he rock a visual, rocking all my aquafits. I'm aqua cause I take offense to things that really make no sense. I make no friends, just make laments depending on the phase I'm in. My thoughts are black and white like Perry Mason. My mind is like a crook that I gotta chase on. So many voices that I'm forced to change the station. Cause the valley got me drained like a river basin. So give me the driver's seat back, no problem, you're privately cat. Off on the dreams to make you, that's why you probably snap. I seen a Tesla in red, seen a Tesla in black, but never would a sub with a trunk rattling slap. Woke up in the morning with a cold sweat and noticed no threat. I took a go, but had a goat up in my throat. Snack, no rest, felt like I saw.
That was Joe Pesh from Genre. That was dope as fuck though. I fuck with him.
No, we did hear beforehand off air. That's why we were talking now. We were hearing it off air.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, no, but it's playing right now.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So what were you gonna ask
I
me?
forgot people can hear us.
I mean, I can like delete our audio from this part. It's fine.
Then that could add.
I could do that. Yeah.
So
I've had to do it in the past.
it was my off air question is an off air question still, because technically we are off air while the song's playing, but not really. But I was gonna ask, you plan on buying like one of those bundles for Final Cut for like transitions or typography or whatever stuff that they're offering? Because I did that last year for the app I have on my phone. Like the Black Friday deals, like they go down like 40%.
I didn't see any bundles.
There's mad bundles. You go on YouTube, there's mad niggas. Because I found the dude, like I found the app that
for
I
Final
had.
Cut?
No, for the phone app, LumaFusion. I just typed it in YouTube, LumaFusion tutorial, and this one Swedish dude kept popping up for different tutorials. So I followed him, subscribed. Come to find out, on his description pages, he has this website called Selfly.
Yeah.
So you go there, and it's just like transition packs that he made himself. Like everything from LUTs, like the little filters, to transitions, to like sound effects. Everything for like a good fucking deal. And like I paid like $40 and got like 300 transitions that I can use. So I use those to help make the editing.
Take it from you.
Yeah, but they don't have everything, is what I'm saying. And a lot of them are hard to do. Like you got to really like there's like 10 frame transitions. Like you got to stop on a clip, go back 10 frames, add it, go to the next clip, go forward 10 frames, add the other effect, and then make them blend in. That's how I did the blend for the show, for Check It. Yeah. That took me a good 3 hours to do that shit overnight, by the way. But it was fun as fuck. Like I had a lot of fun just learning how to do that shit.
Oh, you did that on the app on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Final Cut has all that stuff, though. They
do, but it's not as direct, because a lot of it you can make yourself, and that's what this guy did. He made them himself. A lot of the transitions.
Because I thought you did it on Final Cut, because some of the transitions you had were on Final Cut. Because they have a shit ton. Like you have to search. They have like different kinds. Like if you want to, what was I gonna say? Like different types of transitions that you click into, and they break it down. Oh yeah. Like they have a bunch already in it.
The stock ones are cool. Like the ones for the phone, they had like the cross dissolve. They had like the little pan. I like the blur. Like it just blurs from image to the other.
They had one where it's like the dream effect.
Yeah.
Where it goes like into the next one. Yeah. Yeah. No, they have a bunch of fucking. But like,
there's another. I mixed it in. I used some stock ones, and then like the one that Guest was really into, the one for him. Like I did that myself. Like that was like a zoom in. Yeah. Like I zoom in from Jack WD's picture and then zoom out, and it's Guess.
Final Cut has that though. Okay. No, but that's what I didn't know. That's what I'm trying to look up. I'm like, I didn't know there was.
No, I just feel stupid. No, it's cool.
No, I didn't know. No, it's all right. No, but I think.
Oh, you're being blunt.
No, I'm just saying.
No, it's fine.
No, because I'm like, I seen it all.
That's how this works. That's how we get along. I say something, I'm so excited, and then you just come in and crush my dreams.
I didn't mean shit. I didn't mean to.
You fucking dream crusher.
Yeah, you're right. Just keeping people from opportunities one day at a time.
We just want to remind everybody again that we don't own the rights to any of this music that we played on If You Don't Know. I'm really here to support.
And sorry for any static, but our shit, I don't know what's going on.
I want to thank Genre and Yaladysprospect for providing us with this week's entries. Prospect is already a If You Don't Know alumni. Yeah. So it's always good to have him back on while he's providing us with heat. Keep us going through this quarantine. Same thing with Genre.
When in Rome has been out for a little while now, and it's fucking fire. It's good.
Yeah, man. So
I'm still playing back that.
Yeah, man. And this was a good episode. This was nice to catch back up. Especially, I wanted to hear your thoughts on Check It. We didn't talk too much about it because I wanted to get your thoughts today. But again, I'm proud of you. I really am. Like I don't say it enough. I say it a lot, but
yeah.
You know.
I loved, by the way, when Carter got into, like, after her nerves were over and she got into her second shit, when you were just like hitting me. Yeah. And I was like, and Saint somebody was behind us and was laughing like this. I think it was Saint, because Saint always fucking shakes his head. Yeah. And he was just laughing and shit. And then afterward, he was telling me how he was just like, yeah, I kind of like our new recruit. Yeah. Like, I told her, I'm like, you got the cosign from Sade, and I seen you, so welcome. Welcome to the team.
I kind of did an initiation kind of thing with her during that second song because I saw she was comfortable. I was talking with Prospect at the time I was filming, and I was like, yo, she sounds good. I was like, yo, she's cute too. I'm like, watch this. So as I'm filming, I literally just went right up to her, like almost to her face, put the phone right in her face, and then backed up slowly just to like fuck with her. just while she was singing. Just
I know. I peeped. I'm like, damn, why is he all up in it?
And Prospect was laughing too because he's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I'm right now.
Would you say that loud? Because it's gonna be on the video.
Yeah, there was a lot of talking in that filming.
Yeah,
there was, but there was people around me talking.
Yeah,
there's times where people like tap me on the shoulder, and I'm like, the camera kind of went off to the side, and then I had to quickly get back into it. Believe me, it's my first time. I'm learning.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I wasn't sure if you're gonna use all of the footage, but there's some good shit either way in there.
Yeah, it's all the footage.
Okay, word. Well,
because that like how I usually do is you get your entire set.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll cut some talking in the middle, and then I send it off. Steven was talking that night. Steven Darnell.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
He was in his talking bag. I'm like, well, go ahead. You went from quiet as shit to just. But the first time, were you there the first time he performed? Yeah. He was just sitting in the corner. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. He didn't tell Juan who he was, so I didn't know. And I'm thinking, I guess he's not coming in. And I text him. I was like, hey, just checking to see if you're here. You're not coming. And then like I see all of a sudden he like starts waving at me, and he was by the closet where I keep my shit there at the VFW, and he's just waving. I was like, I was like, you're Steven Darnell? I'm like, oh shit, you've been here the entire time. He's like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know anybody at the time. So like I remember that night, me and K Proetic, before he left, we talked to him, and so I'm like, yo, we respect what you do, we love it, and like we're gonna get on track soon.
It's good to see that he's so comfortable now.
He's mad comfortable. You can tell the way he's talking. Yeah, you know what I mean, just an Alabama boy. No, just out here trying to do my thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then he went into his whole life story. You know, I came to New York.
I know.
Trying to, big city dreams, small town living. And I'm like, oh, damn, he really, you would have thought it was a fucking Grammy speech.
I know. The way he was going, I was just like, I don't want to cut him off. And then Drewvy's looking at me like I'm leaning over ready to hit play. And then I stand up and then Drewvy takes over for me. He was like, do I hit play? I'm like, it's just let him talk.
At this point, Drewvy's anxious. He's just twiddling that drumstick like nobody's business. Just getting ready.
He's just like ready. And then he goes over to the computer. He was like, should I hit play? Because I'm ready. I stopped because my back started hurting. I was just like, okay. So I'm standing right next to LB, and Drewvy makes eye contact. And he's like, do it.
See, now
do I hit play?
Now for future shows, if that happens where somebody's talking too much, we just got to have a wrap it up button or wrap it up music. Like, hey, we're going to need you to start your song.
No, usually we just start the music.
Yeah.
But it's Darnell.
I know, right?
I know. I
appreciate him just talking.
Yeah, so. Like I'm just So I mean, it's the Bama boy, so I just let him talk, get his shit off.
And the Bama accent is pretty cool too. So I
respect it. He's cute.
Small town living, big city dreams. That's a terrible accent, but yeah.
That was really bad.
That is what he was saying.
That was really bad.
I got distracted by these pussies fighting over here.
Can you stop?
God, yeah, your cat's an asshole, bro.
He is an asshole.
He really is an asshole.
No, Aries be going cough. Okay, well, I gotta edit all that out.
Anyways, yo.
Yeah, I got it.
We'll cut the episode here, but just want to remind y'all at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. Make sure to check us out on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Give us those 5-star ratings. Keep us hot out in these podcast streets. Don't be one of them little fucking jerk-offs. Give us a 1-star because you fucking hating on the shit that we do because we moving so fucking solid out here.
I mean, we are low tier. Actually, I wasn't called low tier. You guys were, so.
Oh, thanks for that.
Oh, by the way, when I told Velvet that, she was like, now who the fuck over there is low tier? I'm like, thank you.
Apparently Kid Pro's low tier. Apparently Guess is low tier. Apparently Saint's low tier. Apparently Prospect's low tier.
I don't think he don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh, that's my God.
Yeah. I can't wait to see his ass. But he commented on one of my statuses on Facebook. You saw it. You saw it.
I was tempted to say something. I'm like, Sade, I don't know why you're laughing. That's such a low tier joke.
No, I didn't. No, like I didn't comment or anything to it. I was just looking like, you motherfucker. Like, why? Like, I mean, he's just so clueless.
I see it sometimes. It's like there's a method to the madness.
What?
You know what I mean? When people comment on shit like that. Sometimes people comment just to get in your good graces.
Oh, yeah, because he knows I'm pissed.
Yeah.
He knows I'm pissed.
And then, it's just wait for you to post a funny meme, and then instead of just hitting the ha-ha emoji, like you comment all laughing emojis.
Yeah.
A little extra.
It's a little extra.
Yeah. That's what the whole comment is for. That's what the like button is for.
Yeah, and he was doing that to get my attention.
That's how I felt when I read it. I was like, "Are you overdoing the laugh now?" Like, when someone told a corny joke and you overlap.
And I'm not overlapping. I'm really
No,
laughing.
that's exactly. That's what that is. No, that's a genuine laugh. What I was doing was not.
Oh shit!
You trying to get on
I
someone's
can't.
good grace? Oh, mama.
My face hurts. That was funny.
My fucking mom did that to me the other day. I sent her that picture of me with my hair. Literally, that was the conversation. She's like, "Ay, papi, cortes ese pelo. Cut your hair, papi." I'm like, "No, mom, I got a project in January. I'll probably cut it then." And she literally replied with the Spanish laughing, the J-A-J-A. Jajajaja. Okay. Okay.
Wait, are we shooting music videos with that hair? Or are you just gonna have the hat?
Good question. I know. I don't know.
So I mean, we could do the. We'll talk off air about that. We got to get to Kid Nova next. All right.
Okay.
So should we just call that episode?
Jajajaja.
All right, that's the episode name. Oh shit!
All right, man.
How many jaws do I do?
I put 4. Jajajaja.
Yeah, 4 is good.
Ay, papi, cortes ese pelo.
All right, this has been episode 64. I can't. Your face. I'm trying not to look at you right now. We gotta wrap it
I
up.
will wrap it up, man. So
Oh,
this has been your
God.
host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.